Oh shit.
Yellow. So we have a twin dinget. Twin digit. I don't know. We have 30 followers now.
Wait,
Dang.
what?
It's flipping
I
cool.
followed.
It's flipping cool. Y'all.
Nice.
Alright, so let me doo-doo-doo. Did you go back and watch, by the way? Did any of you guys go back and watch?
No? Were we
No?
supposed to?
No. I mean, I don't care, but I did this. I did this.
You did.
Oh, no.
That's actually super
A thing
cool.
that you didn't see, and you probably didn't see again because you're not watching now either. So, yeah.
Well, at least it'll be at the beginning, so I'll watch the beginning of this VOD.
Perhaps. Alright, just one more memento here. Alright, I'm good. So, does anybody want to take over for what happened last time?
Basically, we got to the place that goes into the furry and Damad, and we did stuff. And then we got an audience with the prince. That's about as much as I remember.
And we
We
heard
met
about some
up-
spooky happenings southwest of here.
We are alive.
We met up with Edmund's contacts. We also met Prismius.
Well, that is
Christmas?
one of Edmund's contacts, yes.
He's the creepy tiefling, the ostentatious one,
And Kurthalon?
and Kurthalon, the dragonborn. What a nice guy. I forgot what Felix. What was your friend's name?
Oh. I don't remember. What was her name?
I have no idea.
But she's a nice lady.
Yeah, the book girl. Ja'ane. Got it. Oh yeah.
Next time somebody asks, just don't tell them, because it'd be great if the one person who's supposed to know this character doesn't actually know their name.
Why?
Yeah.
You know, he said he wanted to have a
I usually
contact.
do that
He's like,
by-
Dylan, make one up. So,
Happened to me. If it happens to me, it just happened to everybody.
yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah, he doesn't know any of his family. I know all of his family, but that's good enough.
Exactly.
That's good. Oh man. Okay. So, yes. So while waiting for the audience with the prince, you all did a couple of downtime activities, and here we are. So you.
Oh yeah, and I had a
reached-
spooky nightmare.
You had a spooky nightmare. So reaching the gates of the palace, they open up. You go in. It's kind of like built into the side of like this sheer cliff that you can see the palace from the city. Like it's like overlooking. It's high above the city, and you're like at ground level going in through these halls. You haven't gone up like vertically. You haven't gone up the spire or anything. You're just, you've gone through some rooms. You went into like somewhat of a waiting room, and the doors were opened up to you. You come in, and up on the pedestal is kind of like a large, kind of like portly gentleman. He's wearing like a nice silk shirt. You can see he's got a lot of jewelry on him. And in this kind of deep voice, as Sagira kind of looks back to you all, kind of like, let's go, he gestures you with a, come in, and poof, the doors are shut behind you.
How many guards does he have?
There are two stationed on one side of the door, two stationed on the other side, and then there's probably about another. There's probably about another 4 guards. There's like 6 guards in this room. Yeah.
Any attendants?
Right now you don't see an attendant.
Well, that's good. He's not flaunting his wealth like that any more than like the ostentatious jewelry.
Yeah, he kind of has like this longer hair that's kind of like slicked back into somewhat of a man bun, and then the front he's got kind of like I'm trying to think what you'd call it there, but it's almost like the thick crap, what am I trying to say? Kind of like a pharaoh beard that has like a gold clasp.
Mhm.
But it's definitely been combed. Like he looks pretty presentable. And even from here, you can smell kind of the spices, if you will, in the air, the perfumes that are kind of like permeating this room. But anyway, he gestures you forward.
Step forward.
Yeah, this is the board.
With that, and with that, so you can kind of gives like a, cursory glance over all of you. I see. Well, we hear that you have some news for us. Something that you must tell us in person about the safety of our kingdom. What do you have to say?
Do I know this to be the prince?
Given the description, you would probably know, because you would see the prince at like anytime there's like an execution or a public event, he shows up. So you know that this is not the prince. This is actually his advisor.
That's the prince's advisor. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, he's kind of like a big kind of portly gentleman. The prince is kind of like a leaner, like well built, muscled.
Gotcha. He's not a
Yeah,
fat fuck.
yeah.
So
When you say he's an advisor, he's not a vizier, is he?
what? No, advisor.
Because like an advisor is an advisor, but a viziers are always treacherous.
Well, that's a bit of a judgment.
That's how fiction works.
Usually, yes, but in history, maybe not.
Haven't you ever seen Aladdin?
No.
Yeah, well, kind of. I think maybe
I just
at some
think
point in
because
my
it's the setting, like he has a real hang up on Jafar. Like,
Jared totally wants to fuck Jafar. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
that's
Just
fine.
saying.
I mean, we can fulfill that fantasy maybe, but
He's
right here,
tall,
right now.
dark. I get it. Can do
Okay,
that.
sorry. Carry on.
so all of a sudden, his figure changes to that of something more slender and elongated. A parrot appears on his shoulder.
Oh my god.
What's
Perfect.
that?
I love it.
But anyway,
do
yeah. So
I-
Sorry.
he
Edmund was taking the lead.
Yeah, gestures to you all. Blah blah blah. He asks you, and
Do I know whether or not he has high enough rank for me to bow to, or just like what type of formalities we're looking at?
probably, essentially, talking to him is talking to the prince.
Okay, good. I'll give a slight bow. Your lordship.
I
Yes.
kind of look at Edmund and bow in the same way that he's bowing.
I just do like I don't get like a forehead to the floor, just the F with bow.
Harold
good
probably looks
looking.
really weird doing it too.
Yeah, there's an awkward series of bows and pleasantries.
So
And it's like doing the wave because like Edmund does it first, then everyone realizes, oh, we need to do this.
Right.
So we do that. Yeah. So what we have found, Lord Advisor, is up and sued, and I'll go through the whole thing with the and the way they're spreading, them having some sort of leader, and sort of to their attacks. I won't mention the weapons, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't mention the weapons.
Okay.
what I found in the warehouse and all that. I won't mention that stuff.
So what specific? I guess what specifically are you mentioning? You say everything
I'm
except the weapons.
Yeah, I'm mentioning the UNT and their attack, the amount of villages they destroyed and soothed, the fact that they may be spreading out and attempting to essentially conquer and invade. But I don't mention that they may be being supplied weapons from an outside source. Maybe
He
someone.
He definitely does ask about their weaponry. Like, when you say they're humanoid creatures and they're attacking, he asks, like, what sort of, like, how well equipped they are. And because he's trying to get as much information as he can, right? He wants to know things like that.
Yeah, I'll mention they have swords and bows.
Okay.
I'm just not going to mention what I traced as far as that they seem to have been mass produced and come from somebody outside of the swamp.
Okay.
As if as if in my mind somebody has geared them up for this, so there may be some traitorous stuff going on. I don't mention that part that I think, but I mentioned that they're armed and dangerous.
Okay. Is there anybody else that wants to like chime in or anything they're looking to add or whatever?
This is now folk business. Best to leave it to them.
Harold kind of, whenever Edmund says something, just kind of nods supportingly. It's basically all he does.
Okay. All right. So with that, he kind of like grabs onto his beard. He begins to kind of mindlessly sort of play with the golden cuff and just ponder what you're talking about. I see.
Oh.
Have there been any others that might be witness to this?
I don't like the way he said that.
Yes.
Macaw lands on shoulder.
We're all
Were there
dead.
any other witnesses, or you're the only ones? I'll say, no, there was.
I wasn't even there.
There were other witnesses. The people of the swamp. The wood elves of the swamp seem to be fairly protected. They may be fending them off the best that they can. There were survivors of the swamp, so they know this as well.
Survivors, you say? Where are these survivors?
That I do not know. We got split up when we were trying to escape, so they may still be in the swamp. They may be anywhere at this time. Not sure.
I see. And now, what was it? Just these UNT, or were there more other people's forces, creatures?
As far as we've seen, just the snakes.
He nods.
But there are many of them, and they seem to have some forms of magical abilities. At least they can resist magic.
Interesting. Which is to say that you all practice in magics to know such things.
Most of us, I believe.
So you must be pretty competent.
I would vouch for myself in that regard, but I can't vouch for the others.
I mostly use a bow. I know slight tricks and doing flowers and berries and teas, but the bow is more so my expertise.
I use the powers of my deity to smite and to heal.
Makoso just drums his fingertips on his warhammer.
He kind of nods and he looks over to Felix.
I mostly carry the scroll and maps for the area.
Go ahead and
I'm
make
more
a
of a
deception
scribe
check.
for the party.
Go Go ahead and make a
I
deception
want people
check,
to know that magic.
ye robed person.
Yes.
Okay. So his gaze kind of hovers with yours and lingers for a moment before he moves on and nods. I see. So resistant to magics.
Yes. Not immune, but resistant.
Well,
With enough
such things
persistent
could be
damage to
dangerous.
affect them.
Do they
And
have
arrow would.
magics of their own?
I would assume so, given they are a civilization, but we have not seen such a thing. At least not that I recall.
They do have potent poison though, so any protection against poison would be advisable.
We've also seen evidence that they might be involved with some kind of alchemy, possibly creating potions or poisons.
Have we?
Good.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, we came across a tower in the swamp
Yeah,
that seemed to have
alchemical
seemed
tools.
scrolls and that looked like they had magical properties and different tools as far as alchemy goes.
Oh, okay. I think I went there for the tower exploration day.
Oh,
think I'm-
you weren't.
That was one of the days I missed. Okay, good to know.
In this,
I didn't know that. All right.
This
Did we tell-
equipment, this facility, it is functioning. It is producing.
We're not sure. It looks more like they ransacked it and may have used some of the supplies of their own, or brought the supplies back to this figure they call the Father. They may have taken things back there.
This father they've mentioned might have religious significance to them, cult-like connotations.
Or
see.
literally.
And if you had to guess at their numbers, what would you say? Are we talking
Given
dozens? A handful?
given their efficiency, I would
Hundreds?
imagine at least in the hundreds. They've burned several cities in a matter of weeks. Well,
See.
towns, villages, but
Although-
civilization nonetheless, and people are stubborn. They've been killing a lot of people.
It's best to assume that they have a large force.
He nods. Well, if what you say is true, then it is quite a predicament we are in.
I would imagine it would not be too hard to root them out with a number of trained soldiers, but, well, do you know how the world works?
Unfortunately, I do. He looks
There
to you all.
There's another thing. They appear to burrow underground.
Yes, they like to
At
create their own
times
homes.
At times you'll see holes where they come in and out of, so there could be a issue with actually locating them. I have some experience with being trapped on the ground with an enemy. It's not fun, though. That is definitely something to watch out.
Yes, they can move around their areas of expertise much better than a group of more humanoid individuals probably could. Fighting them in their environment is probably not a good idea.
Noted. Are there any weaknesses? Any recommendations you have found that may have worked on these creatures?
Aside from steel, arrows, and iron, there's nothing as far as we can tell. They don't seem weak to anything, but they die just like anybody else. They bleed.
Mukozo plays with the teeth on his necklace.
He kind of he eyeballs you as you do that, and kind of like seems somewhat amused. I see. How many,
I would-
if you were to say, how many did you dispose of thus far?
I mean, they were 10, I think. We feel like 10 of them? 15?
10-ish.
10.
I have only been here for a handful, but yeah, probably 10. Somewhere between 5 and a dozen.
Well, I thank you for your services.
Of course.
Is there anything else you can recommend? Anything else you would like to tell me?
Makosa takes a step forward at this.
Edmund
The
does
nu-
look a little wide-eyed at
the
him.
number-
Okay.
The number of soldiers you would send, double it. These snakes are fiercer than your patrols.
They are not to be underestimated with, I agree with that.
In neither
If-
are the forces of Amir.
If
Where may I ask, do you all come from? Some of you seem to be from here, others not so. As he kind of looks and eyeballs Harold.
I am from a continent very far to the north, known as Nordvinden. I haven't been home in a number of years, but that's where I hail from.
You come a long way.
Indeed, I have.
And the rest of you?
I
I am
come from far in the or towards the mountains in the west. Very small village. Not very significant.
Makosa
I-
eyes Felix at that. The Kiswatu do business over there.
And he looks at Makoso. You, where are you from?
Makoso does not answer. He simply lifts his shield, and on it is there's a symbol of a blood droplet and a sun, and it's the Kiswatu symbol.
I see. You come from the savages that live to the south. They pilfer our ruins. And he kind of looks at you with
We
A
hold
little
our
bit of-
territory.
a little bit of like a head held high.
We hold our territory. I am here in your lands, and I follow your customs.
That's
And
what
he-
I like to hear.
And he does an incline of the head,
Right.
like fake subservience.
Well, that is what I like to hear. And
As you can tell, we come from many backgrounds, but we are capable. We got to you.
as am I, friends. And with that, he kind of does not like a bow, but kind of like a head gesture, and he walks down these steps. He mutters something under his breath, and there's kind of like a that passes through everybody. It's like this warmth, and you all feel like, I guess the term is lighter. And he looks to you all seriously. He's about like 15. I don't know, he's like 10 feet away from you at this point. I will ask you once more. Everything you have told me, is it the truth? Or is there more? And he
Did we
looks-
tell him that they come from the Arcanum?
No, we did not. We did not tell him anything beyond that they pillaged the villages and briefly what they are.
Also, we don't actually know that they came from the Arcanum. We just know that the Arcanum created Yuan Ti.
Yeah,
We
That's
we
what I
don't know
meant.
that
Did we
yeah.
say that? Did we say that like the Yuan-Ti origin story to him?
All right, and so sorry, I was reading what it does. It's everybody make a charisma saving throw, please.
A charisma
advantage.
saving throw?
Yes,
Do I get advantage on those? I think I get.
I think it's just ability checks. I don't think it's saving throws, but you can check in enhancement or whatever.
Do 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 do.
Charisma save. I'm not terrible at those, so let's see what I get. Oh, nice.
Is this guy?
I'm
Is this guy
terrible.
casting Zone of Truth on us?
Of course
I think
this guy's-
so.
I don't know, is he?
Of course he is. That's. Hold on, I'm reading that spell.
Well, just roll the dice because it might not matter.
So there's not a lot that he really lied about. In fact, I don't think he lied about anything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
He didn't just say
you know,
lie. He said, "Is there anything else that you haven't told
Yeah,
me?
no.
And have you told the truth?" Yeah, I wanted it too. So yeah, you all fail.
Although-
So you all feel
Charisma's not my.
yeah. Long story
Okay,
short,
I have a plus
yes,
7.
it was Zone of Truth, and so you must be forthcoming if you open your mouth.
And we know this. We are aware of it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you do know what this is. So he asked if we were telling the truth, which I will nod and say yes. We told the truth and everything that we spoke of.
And he also asked if there was anything else that you left out.
Say again.
Said he also asked if there was anything else that you left out. It was like a two-part. Like he was like, was everything a truth? Was there anything that you left out?
Is anybody else going to answer?
Harold kind of looks at you. As
Yeah,
if he's
as
expecting
you-
you're probably
As
going
you
to answer.
guys are all like
Now-
looking, you're all aware of what's going on, but you begin to look at each other.
But Harold knows that Edmund kind of has the most information in the situation, so
I would choose your next words very carefully, friends. I will take silence as a no. And that would not be good for you.
we have reason to believe that somebody might be giving the Yuan-Ti weapons. We don't know a whole lot about who, but we've been looking into it, and it's most concerning.
I see. What leads you to believe this?
The weapons that we found, as far as we can tell, they would be incapable of building them,
I see.
and we have reasons to believe that there might be more of them within the city.
Reason to believe. Have you found any in the city?
We have seen some.
I see. That is good information. Do you have any of them with you? May I see?
Harold looks at Edmund.
Did Edmund take the scimitar? Or do I still have that?
I have the scimitar and the bow. I
Oh, you
think
took them
just
both. Okay.
stare at Harold. It's like, because I'll take the bow off and unstring it.
Yeah, you see the guards begin to kind of like slowly draw their weapons, and he puts his hands out, and they stand at attention.
It's the reason I unstrung it. To not have that problem. Yeah, take the tension ring off and hand it to him.
They're fine and unmarked. Nothing that a real smith would make.
He looks over it. Does seem to be very high quality. Certainly not coming from the swamps of Sud.
and replicatable.
How many
Simple.
weapons would you say you have found, and where? Roughly
Harold kind of looks at Edmund, who is the one who would actually know this information.
Yeah, he's kind of like, once Edmund comes up, he's talking with Edmund right now.
Hmm.
Each had a scimitar.
Oh, sorry. I thought.
Each had a scimitar, and like some of them had longbows.
Yeah.
So
That's not the question he was asking.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
asking like how many like a rough like how many weapons did you find and where did you find them? Because you said that you
Oh.
found some in the city.
find in the
Which
city. Yep.
Which Edmund is the one who would know.
Oh yeah.
And even if you don't know exact, I mean, like, it's not like I found 32, but like,
What city did Harold say we found him in?
Whatever connects the ferry to
Biba?
Yeah.
Was it Biba?
Or I mean, did he specify, or did he say the
within
city
the
as in-
city limits is basically what I meant to say.
is he assuming Ma'at is pretty much? I don't.
yeah.
It was in
I
Biba,
bas-
right?
Yeah, I
I
basically
find it.
specified within city limits because I forgot what the name of the place we found them is.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I mean, like, I would also assume, like, this is a, high-stakes situation, like, maybe you would speak, but unless you're deliberately lying, it's, you know what I mean? Some people sometimes misspeak or whatever, things like that, so
Mhm.
it's not like, holy shit,
No,
you
I'm
said
not-
a word wrong or whatever, but...
Not trying to deliberately lie, but also he could definitely be the guy supplying the weapons. Hence the reason I don't necessarily want to give him all the information. But
Yeah, he's a vizier. Don't trust him.
Yeah, and as he
man.
walks closer, you do see like he has this very nice shirt, and he has this pendant of and everybody make a yeah, everybody here is versed in the area, so Harold, go ahead and make a religion check. Everybody else, just because you're in the area, would know that this is a symbol of the Raven Queen. Yeah, Harold, you're not quite sure. It's a little unfamiliar to you.
But it looks like it has holy significance.
Yeah, and it's glowing slightly. It's like undulating.
I will say we did not find anything in this city.
I see. Then where were they?
They were in. I don't remember.
Biba.
Biba.
It's Biba.
They were in the warehouse in
Justin.
Biba.
I see.
We noticed
They are-
them before we took the ferry here.
If they are in
I
Biba,
don't-
chances are they are also Justina here. They are Justina Biba. Then they must have just be. Yeah. Anyway, so
I
he
do not
can-
know how many.
You do not know. That is okay. What you have brought me is good enough. He looks once more over the bow. Do you offer him the scimitar?
Harold's got it.
And no, I don't.
Did I say Harold? I meant Edmund.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
You guys are all the same to me.
Here.
Way to be.
Yeah, I'll offer him the scimitar.
Yeah, he takes that. He takes a moment. He runs it through his hands and he marks. I see. There is no symbol, but it is fine craftsmanship.
Similar to the bow.
Very well. And after that, he hands it back. You may keep these. You have certainly earned them for your services. And he kind of like does a come hither to one of the guards and whispers something in his ear, and the guard kind of runs off, like back to another door that connects to this chamber. And he looks at you all. As much as I do not appreciate the withholding of information, given everything you've done, I will let it slide this once.
We figured we'd best investigate ourselves, but I could also see how it would be useful to you.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. We knew that it had to come from a higher place, and not to show distrust, but you never know.
It is
I
okay.
do not want to get.
And with that, he kind of like he does like I just did. He kind of interrupts you. He puts his hand on your head, and it is okay.
Did he mess up my molar?
You take me for the prince. You doubt me, you doubt the prince. And as I'm sure you know, the prince loves his people. We will do everything we can to make sure we figure out what has been going on. And you will definitely be compensated appropriately. And with that, these doors open up, and you see this guard come back, and he's like shung, 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 with this sack. And he takes it in his hand. He hands it over to you, Edmund, and kind of like places it, like opens up your palm, places it in, and then closes your palm back over it. And kind of like pushes it to your chest, with kind of like a large smile. I appreciate, and the prince, I know, will appreciate this information. If you have any more, you know where to come. And
Of course.
should
Of course.
I need to contact you, where can I find you?
I'd have a shop. A cart down in the lower square.
I see.
Very,
Well, your shop's getting burnt down.
very, very, very teas. Make a really good tea if you'd like to have it in that.
He kind of nods. I would love that.
Okay.
Perhaps sometime.
I'll give a nod and a smile.
For now, I have other business to attend to, but we appreciate your bravery in coming forth with such information.
Is the Zone of Truth still active?
I believe it lasts for a little while.
Yeah, I was wondering if he dismissed it after he
No,
asked
he
the question
hasn't.
or not.
He hasn't dismissed it yet.
Oh yeah, okay. Continuing to not talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we've been dismissed.
Yeah, and with that, he dismisses you, and as, like, you're getting dismissed, you leave the zone, and looking back, he just, like, this energy kind of, like, sucks back into this pendant of his, and everything comes to, like, a stillness.
Gotcha.
With that, Sagira kind of, like, comes up, like, back in the front of you. She, like, stepped off to the side, kind of with the guards. She was pretty much in, like, a perpetual bow the whole conversation. And then she kind of comes in with you, and you all exit the room. You're escorted back out to the gates. The sun is a bit kind of like bright in your eyes, and the doors close as you are now. You are in Mod. Well, I mean, you never left, but you know what I mean. You're in the streets, but it's kind of like, you know, it's not like it's packed all the way to the gates of the palace. There's like a stretch where there's like just guards, and it's pretty open. There's like a courtyard sort of.
I'm gonna when we start walking, I'm gonna lean towards Makoso and tell him I'm going to shut down my shop, and then we will need to find a different place to sleep tonight.
Makoso, once we walk at the doors, Makoso spits on the ground.
With the guards right there.
Oh no, I thought we left.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's still guards around the place. Like, if you're like, you take one step out the door and then you spit back, like, there's guards right there.
Ah,
I spit in their face.
fine.
Makoso instantly gets picked up and carried away, and it's like, well,
New character. Just
Rip.
Once we're clear of guards, I assume Edmund isn't saying we need to find a new place to sleep in front of the guards either.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
As we're walking,
Yeah,
I want
out of earshot,
Yeah.
you're just saving up this big loogie, and then right where you're like, oh yeah, coast is
Yeah.
clear, you just...
I spit on the just Yeah, I did not. Not ask him. What did you? I asked him and Felix. What did you all think of the advisor?
I have
Your
a
don't.
instincts
feeling
are right.
they're making weapons.
Say again.
I have a feeling they're making weapons.
Yes, that
He
is.
pushed us really hard to get extra information about them when we already told him there were these snake people attacking with weapons. It's it's not like there'd be anything else to provide if he didn't have some kind of ulterior motive.
Yes, and there was no point of skepticism like we got from the other commanders and captains and guards. It seemed he believed us a little too easy. I do
As
not
if
like it.
he already knew something.
Yes.
Which, I mean, it's not impossible that word would have gotten to him sooner, but it's unlikely he would react the way he did if there was word.
Exactly.
Respect
was-
goes two ways.
I was meaning to ask, assuming I'm not pressing anything, when can we expect something to be done about this? But, well, didn't happen. And that worries me.
It probably was not the best to push our luck there. We'll probably get lucky to to survive the night. Before we get out of reach of the before we get into the more the city where while we're in the area where there's more guards, I'm gonna count out the gold just because I don't trust to count it out in the middle of the city, but I don't mind being if there's more guards around. I feel a little safer doing that.
Okay.
Mostly for the protection of the people in the town because I will kill them.
Okay. So, you count out there are 500 gold pieces in this pouch.
1,
Jeez.
2, 3, 4.
So I
125
counted-
each.
400 gold pieces. Gotcha. Gotcha. What
Do
is
not
there?
anger the smiter.
And there is
I gotcha.
a copper signet ring.
I'm taking them, but I will give everybody 125 gold to put up while we're
Nice.
still in eyesight of the guards.
Yeah, it's in the signet gold. It just has the crest of the prince on it. It's just like a copper ring.
A copper signet ring.
Yeah.
It's not actually a copper penny, right?
Signet.
Like it's special.
I'm taking that.
What is
And
what?
it has a seal. It has what? The seal of what? Royal seal on it. Is that what you said?
It's the seal of the prince.
Cool.
Put the seal of the prince, the seal of Amir, whatever you want to put.
I got it. Cool. Just want to make sure I add that to my inventory. And we'll keep going. I'm going to head to my shop because I'm going to shut that shit down and move.
That's great.
I'm not dying.
Okay, so you're all free. You have a few sweet nothings with Sagira, who asks if everybody is all set before they depart.
Who's Sagira again?
Sagira was the person who set up the meeting. It's Edmund's contact.
Wait,
Yeah.
Sagira was my.
It's your guild contact.
Oh,
I like how it's all the characters that are significant to you that you forget about.
I know.
I don't
It's
take
like-
notes. I
It-
don't take notes. This is all off the top of my head. Okay.
Like playing Throm, he forgot about his own family.
Oof.
Well, I created them actually as an afterthought. So
Well, yeah.
In
But-
game and out of game.
yeah, they were definitely an afterthought. Just kids in general are afterthought. So okay, Sagira. So I didn't mind speaking about this in front of her. I didn't know if she was if she worked for the prince or not. That's why I was checking.
No, she is like the she's kind of like a guild leader for local, I don't want to say local, but lesser businesses
Gotcha.
in
See.
Mod.
That's cool.
It's kind of like a little union of, the lesser
Yeah.
businesses,
Yeah.
which you would fall under.
Union leader.
Yeah.
Union leader Segura.
Sagira,
Tom Segura.
I hate you.
He's a good comedian.
Makosa has a question for Sagira.
Okay. Shoot.
When she asked, like, is everyone good?
All right.
Is it normal amongst you people to compel them with magic without permission?
Well, you can never be so sure. I'm sure that they get a lot of people that come in telling them this and that. Something as important as this, I'm sure it must, they must know. It is their men on the line, after all.
Typical.
These magics are commonplace among nobility in general. If you have them, you might as well use them.
But among polite company, you people don't ask permission?
You assume there's a such thing as polite company, where nobility is involved.
Ugh.
When you are in the prince's house, or any house here in Mod, you submit to their rule in their house. I do not know where you come from, but that is our rule here. And she gestures kind of to the city. All of this, everything we have, we thank the prince, for it is his generosity in which we all thrive. That and the gift of the Al Hayat.
Gift of the what now?
It's the name.
Do I know what that is?
It's the name of the river.
Oh yeah. True. Is that on here? Okay. I'll make a note. Cool. Thanks.
Whatever. Yeah, you got it, man.
Yeah. But that's all. These people are so strange.
I think I'm going to ask Segura for a different place to stay tonight. I do not trust staying where we were. I'm going to shut my cart down for a while. Maybe set up to get out of town for a bit.
I wouldn't mind grabbing a pint tonight since we just got paid. They're not gonna think to look in a local tavern if you have a place in town.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. This is a lot of money.
Yep. Be careful with it. As I put mine on like my inner, like under my shirt. Not on like, I don't tie it on. I put it like in my shirt. Close up my shirt and close up my jacket over it. We head back
Are
over.
we heading
Money's
to the
as good
tavern?
as
Are we
what you
heading
can
out of
purchase
town?
with it.
Like,
Say what?
Yeah.
two people just try to talk at the same time, so I'm like, what? What's going on?
Well, I was just
Pass.
trying to see if we were gonna go out of town or if we were staying in town, like what the plan was.
Yeah, it's about at this point in time, it's like about afternoon, 1 o'clock. You guys are free to do whatever. So some sort of
I mean,
consensus, whatever you wish to.
As long as we're not where they expect us to be, I suppose it's fine to be back in town, but I don't see any reason why we shouldn't leave either. It's really anybody's call at this point.
So I say we head. It depends on what our plan next. I think we should probably head out of town or be on the outskirts of town. We can stay in a tavern somewhere. It's a big city, so I don't think they'll think to look just a random tavern or random inn.
It sounds good.
So I guess go around
Leave-
and get supplies and stuff, which we can do out of game. But
Leave this city?
yeah,
I
maybe
couldn't
head
agree
to
more.
that. Maybe head to the city to the southwest, whatever that place is called.
Is a city in the southwest?
Well, west, right on the river.
Mm,
It depends on what we want to
1,
do
2,
next.
3
We
squares
wanna
over?
head to- Depends on if we want to head to Spookyville, where people are disappearing.
Oh yeah, that we could do
Want to
that.
take you a mission? Yeah, because Edmund actually does want to get out of town because he does not trust that advisor, and so if you have
Yeah.
people in the town, he would do so.
As it comes to that thought, Harold goes, I mean, there's that place that we heard of the strange happenings. If we're looking for something to do, we could always check that out.
Yeah, let's cut town.
Where is
then,
that?
Maybe head over.
It's
Southwest.
literally on the map.
No, Makoso asks where.
Oh,
Do you point to it on a map?
Yeah, probably. Because I don't know. I don't know how you describe that.
Mm-hmm. Makoso
Where-
looks at the map.
You have it in there?
Ugh.
That
What?
place?
Yeah. What,
No.
what about it? You want to go there?
No, is that the place that
Nope.
what's
It's marked. It's marked on the map.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
is marked on it?
I wrote on it.
I don't have it all. I don't have my map at all with Zoom.
You don't see that? Big
I
letters?
don't- Not well, it's not big letters, but
I'll make it bigger.
here. Gotcha.
Oh,
I
I
got
can't
it.
make it bigger. Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, Makoso looks at the map and makes like a groan.
It's some ways away, but we could use something to do.
and we can collect some supplies right now for our journey. Since we
It's not a bad idea.
waiting for it now.
More arrows. I just have like 6 quivers of arrows.
I suppose it seems promising.
At this point, Harold looks up into the sky and says, "What time is it?"
It's like
And
midday.
the voice calls, "About time for you to decide."
Dylan said it was like a little after 12.
Okay. So, not prime traveling
That's what
time, but we could make some distance if we felt like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get out of town before we burn down with that tea house.
Yep. Which I'm gonna make my way to. I'm gonna de-seed everything. I'm gonna wither all of the plants away and
Feel like-
trash them, close everything down.
Okay.
Felix says burn down the tea house.
No. I'm waiting for the guards to come burn it down.
Yep.
And Makoso's all over that.
All right.
Well,
I don't want to have to kill anybody. Don't burn down my tea house.
So you begin withering all the plants, doing whatever. You're packing things away.
I imagine while he's doing that, me and Felix go and collect whatever supplies we're going to need. Just
Yeah.
general camping supplies, rations.
Yeah. So anything you guys need, rations and whatnot. I just think because we didn't really track it much because you had a caravan and blah blah blah. But if you're taking any sort of long treks, you know,
Which
Probably.
we're taking a pretty decent trek.
yeah, probably want
Yeah.
to be supplied.
Probably take
Any
some-
sort of like, if you're looking for like you said, camping supplies, cards, bullshit, whatever you want, all that stuff you can find in the PHP. You can probably find in the compendium in Roll20. It's at whatever the normal value is. So, just so
Much
you
as
don't
a camel.
bombard me with a million questions, you can also Google it.
Dylan, I got a question.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
Okay. Yeah, so you begin,
I have a
begin
question. Where do
setting up
babies come from?
it
Mhm.
from all the Jareds, and Anyway, so yeah, so you begin packing up. It takes a little bit. We'll say, you know, whatever. Maybe it takes a few hours. You guys are going around getting your supplies and whatnot.
Back. I do have a question for you. It doesn't have to do with shopping, but how long does it appear it will take to get to that place and back? Time frame wise.
Time frame wise,
Just because I have to pay guild dues as part of my background, and if you know, can't get behind, I have to pay them once a month, and so it's going to take a couple months to get there and back.
right.
It would probably take like less than a week
1, 2,
at normal
3,
pace, right?
Yeah, you can move. You're not really on difficult terrain per se, so you can move 4. Like the swamp is difficult terrain, so I was saying you could only do 3. A normal traveling day is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
So we're looking at like 5, 6, 7 days.
About 4.5 days. That, you know, one way.
Yeah.
All right, I'll call it just in case.
Are we on a
I don't know
7-day
what
week?
happen when we get there, so I'll pay for a month worth of dues, which is just 5 gold. So
Okay, you got it.
out there.
Which would be to
Sweet.
Sagira, so you head over there after you pack up and say you let her know you're heading out for a bit longer to do another trek and blah blah blah,
Gotcha. Oh, phone call 1 second.
and she dances to some awesome music.
Hey.
So what is everyone else
Someone
doing?
goes off.
Makoso.
I bought a mule as well, along with a cart.
Okay.
Just so we have all that stuff, just so people know and they don't spend any money on that.
Okay. Mule cart. You got
I
it.
basically just crossed off 5 silver to buy whatever rations, anything that I need for my priest's pack, just stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, rations actually, I can't remember how much they cost a day.
5 silver.
I have no idea.
It's 5 silver a day for rations.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I'm just
So you're
gonna
gonna be
cross
gone
off like 3 gold.
4.5 days roughly one way, so it's in the ballpark of 9 days you'll be away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll just cross off a
That's
couple
4.5
gold to assume that I have.
Yup.
Yeah, and you guys did have some rations to begin with and blah blah blah, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Alright. Felix, are you doing anything else?
I've just been going around gathering supplies, so it's just getting basically the mule, the cart, and then along with rations, water, things like that.
Alright, you got it. I think
And
everybody
then
like
I guess I'll go let Jad, is that her name? Is that what we
Jade.
decided?
Jane.
Jade.
Yeah, she's
Jane.
not from here. Like she's very obviously not this ethnicity.
Mm-hmm.
She's from other
Okay.
regions, yeah. Jane Hardy.
I just let her know, like outside of role playing stuff, that we were gonna head down to that place that she told us about, and I'll go find her some good stuff.
She looks forward to it.
Session 9. Party dies to a single ghost.
Dude.
The end.
Same.
I like how you guys were all like, we're fucking dead. We're
It's
dead.
just
We're
like-
all gonna die. We're talking to somebody. We're gonna be dead. But whatever. I'm not gonna tell you otherwise. 'Cause
You know-
I'm like, that's great. I eat it up. I'm like, oh, I'm just scrolling through all the conversations.
You don't know. Makoso was mad.
Why was he mad? He's bringing
Because-
information to like the.
His people
lead
got
dude.
dissed. The Vizier dissed his people.
Yeah, of course he fucking did.
But that
You bunch
kinda-
of savages.
That kind of disrespect is to be expected, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. We kind of... Well, okay, the Kiswatu kind of, like, raid
Uh-huh.
merchant caravans that walk through the area.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, like... We're not
Uh-huh.
on the best terms,
Yeah.
but we play nice.
Well, you brought him some
Felix
information.
will
Yeah.
vouch. Felix will vouch.
He
Right,
didn't-
Felix?
Hey, he didn't kill you on the spot. You brought him some information.
He
and
didn't.
Blah blah blah. You did him a favor, so he didn't execute you.
Felix knows that, Like we do business with his people, or like what used to be his people.
Yeah. Yeah. They
That
weren't,
is
they weren't
not a
bad.
ringing
I didn't
endorsement.
get killed. I didn't get killed at the time, so I didn't mind.
All right, so everybody does their stuff. You guys are still staying in Mod. You're not like leaving before the end of the day. You said you wanted to try and look for just like an inn on the outskirts or something.
Yeah, are we spending the night or are we leaving?
I think we should head out of town at least.
Makoso's a nomad.
If you wanted to head straight up out of the city with all the preparations and everything, you could probably move like 1 hex today.
That's
Okay.
fine.
And
We'll
like
be out of the
camp
city.
outside. Yeah, you'd be out of the city. You can like camp out if you wish.
Yeah.
We'll do a everybody type in chat. Group vote. Yes if move, no if not. Okay.
Yeah, I like how 3 people type something totally different.
Leave move
I like
yes.
how it was an or. I like how it was a stay in town or leave town question, and then we get a yes.
Yeah.
Wait, well, she said yes or no, and you guys said leave
Yeah.
or
Oh,
move,
dang,
and I'm
my
like,
bad.
wait, what?
So,
In my head, I just thought or.
at the very least, it's 3 out of 4. So, again, we can
Sorry, Edmund.
slightly retcon, like, if... I think everybody has their supplies right now. Is there anybody who's like,
Yeah.
I was kind of trying to get something? There's nothing you need before you leave. You guys have 500
Oh,
Oh wait,
gold.
we
yeah.
were doing.
I'm just
Wait,
entering
didn't we like
stuff in.
do like rations and stuff?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
rations and stuff, whatever, but I'm just saying, like, last chance, right? You guys are leaving the city.
Yeah,
'Cause I
unfortunately,
don't want to rush
heavy
you
armor-
along and being like, oh, I forgot to buy that thing. Like, this is your chance to
Yeah.
buy the thing.
Unlucky, heavy armor costs insane amounts of gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
a commoner does not make enough over their lifetime to purchase a suit of plate mail.
And any of you who wish to, because especially because you're like with Edmund, you could cash in some of your gold if you didn't want to have your gold on you. You know, you could break it down into like different currencies, or you could like essentially have a note, kind of like a bank, sort of. If you wish to, you don't have to.
Wait, what other currencies?
Like if you want to break it down, like instead of like 500 gold, if you're like, oh, I want like this amount of silver, this amount of copper, and like, or if you're just like, no, I want to deposit it all, I only want 10 on me, and then the rest is like in the bank, essentially. You can have notes and whatnot. I'm just saying because he's
the idea of
got
Makosa
access to like
trusting
a
a
guild.
bank.
Yeah, you don't have to. I'm giving you options because once we leave
Oh,
the
yeah.
big city, you leave the big city, right? So
Yeah, break down some of this gold into some silver, but like, Makoso's not trusting a bank.
I don't care.
God.
You guys do
I'm
what you
dropping
want.
my-
I'm just
I'm stopping some of mine off in the bank.
all right. So whatever you do, so just write like in your inventory, but you don't have to take it off your character if you don't want to. But it does calculate the weight of the coinage. So
Yeah. I'll
Like
just
you-
I'll make it as an item name in my equipment, and then just put 0 for weight on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever I put in the bank.
Harold has seen
Yeah,
a
buddy.
fixed city call. He doesn't trust banks very much.
someone roll a d6. I don't care who. Okay. So you camp outside of town.
Yay.
You find a little spot along the side of the road that's fairly nice. Kind of like nestled under a little semicircle of trees. And you may camp for the night. Is anybody taking watch?
I
assume
think I
somebody
do.
is.
Yeah, I gotta take that first watch though, because, you know, humans.
Yeah, me and Rikoso would take a watch together, and then somebody takes second watch,
All right.
which we've done before. So I just roll advantage because I probably have higher perception.
Sure.
Correct.
Go ahead. Do it.
The first roll.
Yeah. The first.
I don't
two
know.
rolls.
It's my,
So yeah,
twice.
19. So yeah, nothing happens. spoiler alert. You guys are really lucky on all these rolls, but lucky in the sense that like, it kind of sucks because there's no encounters. But yeah, the night goes by uneventfully. Kind of all like, waiting. You see, there's like one caravan that like is on its way to Mod that passes you, and you like eyeball it as it goes by. Okay. So you guys wake up the next morning. So, let's go ahead, Edmund, Makoso, Felix, Harold. Do your thing. You have 4 full movements.
Alright. Edmund roll.
So I think it's easier, just everybody roll their d6, and then move the piece, however they want.
Yay!
Hey!
Yeah. So yeah, everybody roll the d6, and then we'll go in order. I'm trying to find that happy medium between like, I want the random encounter, but I don't want it to take up the whole session, right? I want to get some stuff done. People are like, "Oh, do I go yet? Do I go yet?"
I don't think Makoso and Rick are here. Or I don't think Jared and Rick are here.
Both of you guys roll again. Felix will be Makoso, and Harold will be
Did you roll 20, please? Okay, hold on. There we go.
Nice. So,
yeah.
Harold
Nice.
is here.
Nice.
And then, well, are we stopping? Or are we getting stopped there? Or
Okay.
where are we getting stopped?
Okay. So you guys are getting stopped here, and so
Uh-huh.
as you're going through, there's another caravan that's kind of on the way, and you can see there's a couple guards. One of them is like, he's hobbling a little bit. He's kind of like using a spear as like a walking stick.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes up to you guys and hey, friends, where are you headed?
Harold just kind of looks to him and just goes, "Hail."
Here.
And he kind of pulls out his map and he shows him a settlement down to here. We're not a caravan or anything. Just we heard some weird rumors and wanted to check it out.
We just came from around that way, not directly, but passing through. I would not advise it. It is how and he limps a little bit. How I got to this. There seem to be a lot of cut purses, bandits, mercenaries, whatever they are. Let's just say that we narrowly escaped.
Maybe we can clean it up.
I hope so.
Ben?
I hope so. And he goes to put his hand on your shoulder and he kind of trips a little bit and like catches onto you and then catches back onto his stick.
I'm gonna look him over real quick.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, he looks pretty
of his injury.
Yeah, he looks pretty beat up. His leg looks like it's been half-ass splinted, but it's straight up broken. It's bruised and gnarled, like from the maybe 3 inches under the kneecap or so.
As soon as I notice that he is like fucking using his spear as a cane and like about to fall over, I basically just put my hand on my symbol of Odin. I take him by the shoulder and I just go, stand still, breathe, and I am going to cast. I almost clicked that cast guiding bolt. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
No, give me the guiding bolt
on his leg.
Guiding bolt. Guiding bolt.
And with that,
I cast Cure Wounds and I basically just say, I give you some strength. You go and pass it on.
Thank you, friend.
What happened?
Be careful, please.
We will.
That is all I
But
wanted
we're going
you to
there.
know.
We're expecting a fight anyway. Just wondering what kind we'll get.
And he nods. Thank you very much. And he hobbles away, but a little bit less dramatically. I mean, yeah, you healed him, but like a broken bone like that, it still takes a little while to heal. It's not something you can't just instantly fix it. But
Here are the lemons.
who knows? You weren't there.
Yeah.
And I imagine Edmund kind of walks up and just goes, "What's happened?" And Harold just goes, group of people coming from that area. Says they got attacked by bandits. The guy was looking rough, but, well, gives us something to do.
Wow, you guys are lucky as balls. Okay, go ahead and move 3 more squares. Remember,
Okay.
not all encounters are bad things.
Oh.
2,
I think multiple us-
3.
That was 4 squares.
Makosa looks at Harold.
Was it 4 squares?
That was
No,
3
that
from
was-
where we were at.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys sit down for the evening, or are about to, when you're finding your spot, you actually come across a couple of other travelers. There's 2 that are in the midst of, like, they've set up their camp. It seems like they set up a little bit early, and they're cooking something that smells like delicious, some sort of like
Human meat. Gotcha.
and so yeah, as you kind of stroll up, they ask if you wish to set up camp with them. They offer you kind of like food and shelter, and essentially you don't have to use rations for the next day.
Ooh. Cool.
Nice.
So
By the way, I was
they
buying a coin.
they have a couple of goods on them, nothing crazy. They seem to be trading some sort of like textiles. They're actually coming back from the inland to Mod. And they speak of, essentially they're telling the tales of how bad it is in Habadar, which is the barony to the left of this, where apparently they've come from. It's, anybody who's from the region knows it's kind of filled with a lot of like banditry and shit like that, thievery, like on the outskirts of the region. It's kind of like a problem.
And where is that?
That's the barony to the west of here. So they've come from inland to trade these textiles and stuff. They're going to Mod.
This thing?
What thing?
The thing I'm pinging?
Hold on.
This place?
I'm not zoomed out. I'm like, what? Ping one more time? No. See, this whole map is one barony.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah,
There.
so there's directly to the west. The path generally leads through, like, here is the main way. So they've come from the barony to the west through here to trade these textiles. They don't seem like they're very rich, but they seem like, real good folk. Like I said, they offer you a meal and they're willing to like swap stories and stuff. Kind of just looking for some company.
there we go. Always make sure your exits are appropriately labeled.
Okay. They did, just so you know, Edmund, he did buy a mule and a cart. If you
That's cool.
if you also want a camel and a riding saddle and saddleback, you got it. You can still have it. I'm just letting you know that he did buy mule and cart.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna buy miles for when I need to shoot and separate from them and run away. Just kidding.
All right. So, yeah, so that was your day. You wake up. They're kind of already packing up by the time you get up, and they bid you farewell and best of luck on your travels, and then you're free to take another 4 movement. So what I was doing before is I'm just having everybody roll their d6. We're still doing it in the order that it appears on your screen, but I'm just trying to speed things up a little bit.
Whoa.
We got a 6. It's cool. We're gonna do something.
So, Edmund goes on. So move 3 and then stop.
So this is when the dragon attacked.
Yeah! Let's fight a dragon. Let's fight a dragon.
Maybe you will.
Must go faster, must go faster.
Oh yeah. Oh no, this is perfect.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
It's fucking perfect. Okay, so
3 Medusas.
in the bushes, that is. So, as you are traveling, the winds begin to pick up slightly, and hold on here. I'm trying
Some wind music.
So yeah. All right. Anyway, as you're beginning to travel, the wind is beginning to pick up, and you're beginning to just get pelted by. It's not a huge sandstorm. It's just like slight bit, just enough to be irritating and whatever, enough for you to not necessarily be paying attention as best as you could. As you kind of cross, you come over this one dune, and you come back down. You look over at something that seems to be flashing, and as you look over, you see a couple of arms draw back. You see two bowmen in what looks to be like these long, kind of like hooded, like silky flowing clothes, sort of. They seem to blend in, and you hear a couple voices call out, "Halt! Drop what you have, and you will escape with your lives."
Really do not feel like getting rid of right now.
And with that,
Harold
I'm
Harold looks to Edmund and looks back at them.
With that, I'm gonna have us roll initiative in 1 second. As soon as I swap you to the actual map that I have to transfer in. So there's the transmogrifier that is for like the pro Roll20, and it's amazing. So I have a data dump game.
Transmogrifier.
Yeah, it's essentially I can put shit in a different game so it doesn't bog this game down and just bring it over. It's really awesome. Okay.
Interesting.
I think it's this one.
Yes. Get all the nat 20 and nat ones out.
Got all the nat 20s out, yeah?
I haven't got any of them.
Well, we got all the natural 6s out.
Alright.
Also, is there a point to rolling initiative if there's no map yet?
No. That's what I was saying. I said we're gonna roll initiative, and I said in just 1 second once I swap the map. So you come over this dune, you come over to this other side where there's this, whatever, and kind of like on this road. Now, one memento here.
On the road.
So if you guys want to put yourselves somewhere here.
Can't wait to get on
Side
the
of me,
road.
You guys are on this page, right? Yep, everybody's on this page.
Wow.
Good.
Where are we?
Yeah, not in the middle of a fucking plateau away from everyone else. I would say, based on, because they were higher. Yeah, you guys are like somewhere in this middle ground, whether it's like the top or the bottom of the map.
Cool.
I mean, I did say I look over at Edmund, so I'm probably nearby Edmund.
Yeah. You guys are traveling together. You guys are all like doing stuff together.
Yes.
But essentially, I kind of look at Edmund, and I wait for like the sign to just fucking annihilate one of these guys.
That initiative roll, it'll be a while before I can give it.
Yeah, so I'll probably just when it's my turn, just go, okay, well. I'll take the silence as a yes.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I recognize these tokens.
I wonder why.
From all the times they murdered Vernon, or almost did.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's me.
Over and over. With maces.
Have I killed these before? What are these?
Has Edmund? I don't think so, but Thrum's killed quite a few of them.
Bunch of people. I hope we meet them in this game.
I think this is the one. This is new.
Also, I'm assuming you just stole this map from somewhere. It's a nice map.
Thank you. Yes, I did not make this. It was somebody on Deviant. Maybe I'll link it. I'll probably link it. I'll link all the stuff. There's like free, awesome, amazing things, and I will do all the linkage.
Linkage, buddy.
All right.
There's
yeah,
so
some
many
these,
of them.
Yeah, some of these are gonna get pushed back. This was just kind of like they're calling out to you, and they're like they're not gonna wait till you get the fuck up there.
Are these measurements accurate?
Yes.
No.
All right. So. Yeah, this guy
Those,
will
ar-
absolutely be the fuck up here.
those archers are going to
They're
be
waiting for
real
people.
annoying.
They're waiting for people to come through. So. And you guys just see the 2 scouts, right? I'm not gonna do dynamic lighting, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to
So-
see them?
So what did they ask us again?
They say
To
halt,
drop all of our things.
halt, drop all your shit, and you will escape with your lives.
So we only see these guys?
So you see the scouts.
Those are
you
the
see
first ones we noticed.
You see the scouts. You see the. You probably see all 3 thugs. It's kind of hard to make
So-
out because the ledge is fairly high. It's probably like a 20-foot ledge. So that's why I say you just see like the 2 bowmen as you come over this dune, kind of like into this ravine. And whoever's eating, it's gross.
Sorry,
Yeah.
gum. I'm
Just
done
'cause
now. I threw
just
it
'cause
out.
I think it's cool. Like I said, at the start of this, Harold kind of turns to Edmund. Does Edmund get to give him a nod?
All right.
Just as this is all happening?
Why does mine say 19?
Yours says 9.
Oh, you rolled initiative. That's right, I forgot that.
Yeah, I also forgot that.
Forgot to do that. Yeah, never mind.
Oh,
Yay!
there's so many of them.
Yay, I'm first.
Okay.
All right.
Felix is first.
No. Edmund is first.
Why is Edmund first?
Edmund, at least on my turn order says Edmund is first. But mine says
Yeah.
19 or 19.18. Felix
19.18.
Yeah, Felix
says
is
19.
22-14.
Oh, wait. Are you,
This
are
says
you using what he
19.18
rolled?
on mine.
Roll. No, you rolled initiative, Dylan.
Let's see.
On the,
Yeah,
on
I rolled
the
initiative. Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird. It kept.
Yeah.
Let's get Edmund. Wow, that's fucked up. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm deleting everything because for some reason it fucked it up.
Ah!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Everyone's dead.
Fine.
Hold on.
TTK doesn't have the bad guys. Okay.
Yeah, in the future, just. I know
Yeah,
I said
let's
roll
do
initiative, but I'll say like we are rolling initiative because I have
Yeah,
I have
that's
the
a bad thing to
buttons
say.
that does it automatically. So kind of.
Uh,
Oh.
I think you
Oh,
have
no.
to gotta redo this
No,
one.
no.
Ew.
I love it.
I think something went wrong, man. We gotta redo this.
Yeah, legit rigged.
That
Actual rigged.
is actually really bad. Almost
Yeah.
all of them.
Well, I
It's
mean, for the
fine,
first
because-
two turns, they shouldn't attack us because they asked us to throw our stuff down. So we might have a
Yeah.
little.
Hold on. And use pop-up windows for characters. Sorry. Some of these things get shut off when I go back and forth, and it makes it weird.
You're weird.
Also,
Should I-
like, is this all like APIs and stuff that you used to do this?
Yeah. And they're really
I need to
awesome.
like learn how Roll20 actually works because
Yeah,
Jeez.
you need to be a subscriber. You have to be a pro subscriber to do all this stuff.
Yep.
Because I love you guys, and yes. So
I'm a
anyway,
good
so
subscriber,
you see a third figure kind of come up on and just knock an arrow, holding its action. You see this one holding its action. This thug steps forward, probably just like 1 square, and calls out, "I will count to 10. If you have not dropped your things by then, we will attack you." And this guy's also gonna, he's just gonna kind of step up 1, ominously, and then go.
6 seconds, bro.
Yeah. So as he's saying that, he is. Yeah, you guys have like one more round, pretty much, as he's counting. Because he says that and he begins counting. 1, 2, blah blah blah.
Oh.
So I'm assuming you give Harold the okay, and then you do whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah, I look at Harold and a look of just pissed offness in my face. Like, no, fucking kill these guys. And my ruler's not working. What the fuck?
Ruler.
Mine's also not working.
Whoa.
Neither.
Do we have the same color?
What did you do, Dylan?
What do you mean? Looks like everybody's just working at me.
The rulers are broken on our screen.
They're working. They're all working.
I see
fine on
everyone's
mine.
working. Everyone
No.
seems to be working.
Well, for me and Rick, they're not appearing on the screen.
Yeah,
Mine
it's-
aren't either.
That's super
I'm gonna
weird.
reload- I'm gonna reload my page.
Yeah.
Is there a DM only ruler?
You can count all,
yeah.
it doesn't matter anyway. The squares are the squares, so you just count the squares.
Yeah. You just count. With math.
I
Math
like
is
math.
for everyone.
There we go. Okay, yeah, just reload the screens. Okay.
Long story short, yeah, you count from your square to whatever. So
Sweet.
I'm
Okay.
gonna.
That's better.
okay, so he's counting down.
Back on track.
What would you like to do?
And wasted third level spell on these fucks.
Okay.
What is this?
Ah,
So, okay.
Contract.
So, okay. So you go ahead and do that. Choose one of the following: 1 beast, blah blah blah, 2 beasts, blah 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 blah. Okay. So you tell me what you're doing, and while you do that, once you cast a spell and begin summoning stuff, these 3 scouts, right? It's, I believe all 3 of no, just 2 of them had arrows knocked. As soon as you begin doing stuff, they were holding their action. They're gonna go ahead and fire at you.
Nice.
For me.
Okay, so they both have multi-attack. So they both hold their multi-attack, so they shoot 4 arrows at you total.
Ooh.
That's not when the attack action?
Miss, hit.
Okay,
So 8.
so yeah, 8.
Are they pointing at Edmund specifically, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, they were pointing at you all. They have a good line at all of you. And as soon as he starts casting a spell, and obviously not
Nice.
putting his stuff down, they fire at him.
Oh,
So-
we just wasted some of their held actions. So
So, yeah,
I do the conjure animals. I'm gonna summon
and
challenge ring.
just because, not trying to be that dick, but go ahead and make 2 concentration checks, just in case. Because you did get hit twice. It's a concentration spell.
Didn't I fucking got the spell off?
I know, I would hate to be that guy. I hope you make it. I'd hate to get like 20 tokens out or however many animals you feel like having, and then you don't make it. So, yep, that's a pass. Go ahead and do one more. 'Cause there's 2 shots.
Wait. Where
I
is
think
that?
that passes.
Do you have a warcaster or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So as you begin to, you're summoning, they begin to apparate, and you get hit by one, and another beast pops up. You get hit by the second one, and the spell dissipates.
Don't I have to doesn't the con save just have to be over the damage I take?
It's 10
Half damage
or half damage, whichever is higher. So the default is 10, and then it's only if you take more than 20 damage, then it's whatever half the damage is.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that was a waste of a slot in a turn, so let's see.
Yeah, there goes your action.
It's okay. No move, no bonus.
Awesome.
So, Helix, you're gonna just murder everyone in one turn, right? Oh, you immediately run behind me. Okay.
Oh, I can't see that at all. I
See what?
moved the character still where he was. One second
Refresh
here.
your fucking page. Jeez, what's going on?
Fireball right here.
The archers are gonna be the biggest deal.
Fireball is a terrible
Right
idea
there.
right now for me.
Right there.
Ooh. 1 second, my page is coming back up.
This is the exact point to make a fireball land.
Yeah, it actually seriously is because you'll get rid of most of their. You're gonna get rid of all their ranged guys basically in one turn.
Do what you're gonna do, Felix.
If I
Oh,
kill
absolutely.
them,
Do what you're gonna do.
Do
how
what
about instead I will
Okay.
use...
Fireball.
No,
Yeah, fireball.
No, because then I'm aggroing all of them.
What are you talking
They're already
about?
aggroed.
There you
They're
go.
attacking us.
Battlefield control. That's how you play
Patterned
it.
in the space between all of them. As many as I can get. Why won't it let me
That's how you
put
play
my
it.
ruler with snow? Yeah, so like this range here through this range. All of them
That's
except the guy way in the back.
Okay. And sorry, what is it? A 30-foot cube? Okay, so
Yeah.
that's yeah, a 30-foot cube is what, 6 by 5? Because it's not a radius.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 6 by 5 square.
Oh,
it's
never
not. It's
mind.
not a
That's
30-foot
it.
radius.
Never mind. That's not what I want to use. I am going to...
Fireball.
I'm
He
not
can
going to
do whatever
fireball.
he
They're all
wants.
going to hit me.
I know.
You
I
can
know.
get a
I'm,
hypnotic
I'm
pattern
kidding.
with this group.
It's a terrible idea.
Felix,
Or
what
this
do you
group.
wish to do?
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion
Aw.
and make a rock over myself.
Okay.
Or what kind of resembles a rock.
They say you're not dying.
Okay.
So I can... It's
highlight a
faded
little.
for me, because I know it's an illusion, but it'll look solid to everyone else. And then I will end my turn. Where's my button? Alright, it won't let me select my guy again. There we go.
All right, Harold, your go.
Okay, so Harold kind of getting the okay from Edmund basically just takes a step up, looking past Mikoso. He's going to look at the archer, or the scout in the middle here, and I am going to cast Guiding Bolt at first level. Or I'm going to attempt to.
8 to hit. Okay.
It is? Wait,
Yeah.
yeah, 8 to hit.
8 to hit. So yeah, it's just a bunch of debris just shatters off like the top of the ridge and just crumbles down as the scout steps away narrowly.
Sorry,
Nice.
ignore that.
So you may, if you want to move or whatever, or if you have a, I don't know if you have a bonus action, whatever.
I could healing word someone, but no. Probably not.
What is this right here? This little cliff. How tall is that?
20 feet.
I wouldn't.
It's 20 feet tall.
Okay, I'm not climbing that.
Fucking.
So, yeah, I can't climb that. Mikoso is going to pull out his warhammer and give it a twirl as he slowly steps forward. 15. And he surveys the area.
Eldritch
says-
Blast?
Based
No.
on this,
And he
you can
Oh.
now see that there's this other figure, so you know that there's this guy. You see this guy.
Mhm. So he steps forward, twirls a warhammer. This is not a fight that you want, but it is a fight that I will take. And he is going to channel divinity with his conquering presence. And
Within 30 feet of you.
one more step. There. So that's everyone.
Okay. So yeah,
Wisdom saving throws all around.
yeah. There you go, buddy. All right. So let me just make a million saving throws. So I'm gonna go kind of like clockwise, starting from the scout. So I'll do the
I'm
thing.
just gonna say,
Yeah, go for it.
And yeah,
I'm just gonna say, if all of them fail and run away,
Sorry,
then
it's wisdom?
it would be a really lame way to end this fight.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw. They have the same mod. You could like
here's
roll
the
multiples.
hold on. Here's the they don't all have the same mod. Here's the the scouts. Oh,
One passes.
Yeah, one pass.
I'll do like a weird. Fuck, I don't see like a feared one. It'll be this broken heart because it's a symbol.
Because they're spooked. I love it.
Sure. This guy passes, and then these thugs. So the first one, I'll say that's the guy that's in the front, and then the other two pass. Okay, so boo, it kind of goes out. Your voice echoes, and with like a little like divine flourish. Boo, you see some of them kind of stagger back. A couple of the scouts kind of actually like fall to one knee as they're just kind of like, whoa, they weren't expecting that.
Wait, no, I have a bonus action.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so Mukoso flashes a predatory grin as he sees the weaker ones begin to show the respect that he is due. And he is then going to follow up with using a bonus action to use his Hexblade's Curse to curse. Wait, this guy, this guy. What is he equipped with? Because I can see him. Is he melee or does he have like
Who?
a bow out? This
one?
guy.
That guy? He
Yeah.
has a... I believe it's a staff. Hold on one second. He has a... He's got,
Spellcaster.
yeah, he looks... He's
Like, he
got
doesn't
like
have a-
long flowing robes. He has like
Yeah.
symbols, like religious symbols on him, and he has like a staff.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's running down to fight me.
Correct, yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be
If you want to be mean, it could be on the fighting
this
guy.
guy. This guy I curse.
Okay.
And that will be my turn. Cool.
Skull and crossbones. So,
Yeah.
this guy is going to
Guns.
take one step this way. Actually, hold on. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can do that. He's going to take a step right here, and he's going to get in your face. He's going to go ahead, and
Fine.
he's going to take 2 mace attacks.
Mm-hmm. And both of them will miss.
Yeah, both miss.
Yeah, so both of them, as he begins to, he doesn't appear to be heavily armored. None of these individuals do. So you guys kind of see with some of the sand kicking up like this chink chink as some sparks begin to fly off of Mukoso's armor and shield. This scout here is frightened, which I just want to be clear here. Make sure and attack rolls while it's within line of sight, so it doesn't have to be attacking you per se.
Right. And
long as you're
also
in its
cannot
line of
walk towards me.
Correct. So he's actually going to kind of step this way, a little bit away from you. These attacks will be at disadvantage because you are within sight. But Shake Lee comes over and thinks Felix is under a rock, so he's going to go ahead and attack Edmund.
The other spellcaster.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm doing my tank job. See?
Ooh.
Saving you.
So both have disadvantage. Both have disadvantage
Oh, right.
because of frightened.
I don't know if either of them hit.
I
No,
don't
they
believe.
both- they
Yeah.
both miss.
So you can see like the bow is shaking as they're in quick succession, but they shoom shoom go to either side of you. Stabilize his arms.
He gets to make a wisdom saving throw against
does,
the
okay.
fear.
All right. So
He makes it.
and you can see as he begins to stabilize himself, and it ends as he begins to regain composure. And so this acolyte here, he is gonna go ahead and fuck yeah. Hold on.
Kill me.
It doesn't have the. That's lame. Doesn't have the things. Give me one second.
Please don't kill me.
I'm not gonna kill you.
I'm
Well,
holding
he
you
might
to that.
he might make you closer to death. Maybe.
Concentration. Blah 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 blah. It's 30 feet. So
Power word kill.
no, he's gonna go ahead and bless up to 3 creatures of his choice. So himself and 2 of the scouts.
Mm-hmm.
So he mutters some words, holding up his symbol, as you see these 2 scouts himself begin to kind of like, oh, they glow a bit and they look empowered and all that stuff. I will mark them, but then balls. So many effects. How dare I?
So which ones did he bless? You're marking them now, yeah.
I wonder if there's a way next time I can like make it so it would be great to give this to you like as a job, like somebody. Like, yeah,
Thanks.
you guys do the marking, and we keep going with the combat.
You
Alright,
have to be able
so-
to select them, right?
Yeah, which means I have to give you access, which means you would know all the details and blah blah blah. I don't particularly want to do. Could you look it up? Yeah, but I don't feel like it.
Just don't metagame.
So, anyway, yeah, so it's 1, and that one's got disadvantage. So, the scout here, he's gonna go ahead and, yeah, Makoso's up in everybody's face. The scout's job is to take the back line. Still thinks that Felix is under a rock because he hasn't done anything, so he's gonna go ahead and attack. This doesn't have a disadvantage, but he's gonna go ahead and attack Edmund with his multi-attack. He adds a
Oh.
D4 to both of those if he needs them to hit, which he does not. So those both hit. On Edmund,
Cool.
14? No.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Right. This is
I'm
the
not
last.
talking about 14 damage.
Yeah, 14
Mhm.
damage total. The scout is gonna go ahead and he's got disadvantage anyway. He's probably gonna try to take out Makoso, even though he's afraid of him. It's probably why he wants to take out Makoso. These are at disadvantage.
Face your fears.
Oops, wrong thing. So disadvantage.
Miss and miss.
So, miss. So chink chink as they both kind of slide off your armor.
And he makes a wisdom for the fear.
Saving throw. Okay, which he does not make.
Makoso, as the arrows glance off, glares and bares his teeth at the archer.
Dylan.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. I forget exactly. How does spellcasting work in terms of, like, you can do 2 spells in 1 turn, just the other spell can't be of, like, lower than 2nd level or something? Or higher?
cantrip.
That's Matt Mercer's rule, but I do use
Oh,
that
okay.
rule just because I like to. So yeah, as long as it's not over 2nd level.
Okay. Makes sense.
Wait, which rule is that?
Matt Mercer is a homebrew rule where if you cast a spell as an action, if you have a bonus action spell, as long as you're not casting it higher than 2nd level, he lets you also cast it
Okay.
a bonus action spell as well.
I didn't know it was a Matt Mercer thing. I just thought it was a thing in general.
Yeah,
Cool.
well, unless it's a cantrip, the standard
Yeah.
rules are like you can't use 2 spells unless the one is a cantrip. So, anyway, this thug here, he's gonna go ahead and he takes a step back, and then he's going to attempt to hit Harold with a sling. 'Cause that's
Nice.
what he has. Although these guys, they come stock with a crossbow, so I'll do the damage differently. This hit is the same. To hit is the same. This is at disadvantage. Yeah, it's at disadvantage anyway. So just
no, he doesn't hit.
and close. He just like goes wide. You see he's trying to like shake up and pick up another rock. He goes ahead and uses his wisdom again. Doesn't make it. Okay. This guy, he's got the mark, but it doesn't matter. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's gonna go ahead and attempt to flank. So he gets +2 on these.
Also, Edmund, don't worry. I'm going to help you.
All right, 21 and 21 on Makoso. I think those both hit.
Yeah, 19's hit me.
It's actually 21
Oh, okay.
because they have +2
Well,
because of
21's
flanking.
hit me too.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
You could use shield for one of them.
No.
Wanted.
Okay, so 13. Boom,
Oh.
boom. Hexblade's curse isn't concentration, right?
Nope.
Okay.
On the
Good.
spell.
All right, Edmund.
Oh, yes.
Don't die. I got you.
Just turn to a bear.
Literally, several ways to circumvent that. I'm gonna try this again.
Nice.
All right, so go ahead.
I'm gonna summon. Give me 8 bats.
8 bats. Nice.
8 bats. Okay. 1 second. I can actually 8
Bats.
swarms of bats.
Swarms of bats.
8, right? CR 1/4. Okay, you got it, buddy.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think I can give you access to this. Just give me 1 sec.
Yeah, you should be able to, because I have access to a couple animals. Well, I have access to a bear.
So,
So-
feel
And I should just.
do stuff with those bats.
Yeah, I'll control the bat.
Well, I'm just saying, just so we don't like waste a bunch of time. What are you doing with the
Yeah.
bats? And then we'll let Felix go while I'm like giving you access and doing all the stuff.
I'm going to set them around these
Yeah.
two. 4 swarms on this one, 4 swarms on this one, and
That's a good idea.
is going to get their attack.
Okay. So, yeah. So there you go, buddy.
And I'll bonus
Okay.
action heal and word myself.
You should have access to that, right?
To
Swarm of bats. I just put it in all players' stuff. If you look in your journal, you should be able to, just like your character sheet, like drag it over and do whatever you got to do.
all play.
If you just look in the journal, it should be like at the top. Swarm of bats.
I don't see anything in my journal. Should you put it in the journal?
The journal is like the tab where
Tab.
all the handouts, everything. It's not like your
Oh,
personal
okay,
journal.
because I was thinking it was
Yeah, it should be,
Yeah,
actually
it-
in the journal. No,
yeah,
I
it should
got
be
you.
at the top. Yeah, and then you can just drag it wherever you want. Okay.
Am I going now?
You can go ahead. Roll.
Batting it up.
So yay, nay, you have access to it?
I don't see anything.
It's doomed.
Does anybody
Oh,
else
maybe.
see it?
I don't see it.
No.
Not on the map, in the journal, like where your character sheet is, all the way at the top.
Oh.
Nope. I just got a pretty book and some notes.
A pretty book and some notes? No, it's not. It's not in the handout that's called your journal. The journal is the tab in which you
It
can
is.
see.
It is in the journal tab.
Yeah, it's not in the tab either.
Like if you're having
Yeah,
a show for
definitely.
all players, it's not showing up to any of us.
Correct.
Which it should be, but I don't know why it's not working.
Roll 20's doing good tonight.
So I,
I
can,
see
know.
something on the field though.
I don't have control over it.
Ah,
For some reason, it's still not doing it, but whatever. Yeah, I don't really care that much anymore. So, yeah, you show me where you want them.
Yep. Around there. Yes, around them.
This is fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea.
I put that one up here. This bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't. I like
Okay.
this.
Cool.
Yes. Kill them all.
And yeah, my bonus action to lower my slow.
Do-do-do-do.
All right.
And I guess just one initiative roll for all of them.
I'll say they go on
Go on my turn.
roll initiative, which has its own turn. Okay, yeah. I will, in fact, sure.
And they just need one. I don't know why it's not working because I do have control of that brown bear that you gave me. I don't know why the bats isn't working.
Yeah, we'll figure it out next time. I guess it's fine. Okay, so 9.
Sorry, Felix.
Dang it.
That's good. It means they get a turn this turn.
Yeah.
All right, Felix, murder them all.
Alright. Question about hypnotic pattern. Is it just a 6x5 square, or is that manipulative? Or am I able to do like a 5x, or not 5x?
It's a
No, that really wouldn't
30-foot
work.
Cube. Just
That's such a,
Like a
it's
10 by
weird.
3.
It's just weird dimensions for the game versus like a 25-foot cube, if that makes sense.
So you probably do like a 10 by 3. Can you?
No, because he was saying earlier it's not radius. He's literally 30 feet total, so it's like 5x6, which seems kind of.
okay. And let's you decide others. Describes is for your reference. Okay. All right. So, what it is it's a 6x6 square. Yeah. Okay. All right. I see. That makes sense.
6x6.
Because it's that by, it's in both directions, right? So it's 30 feet this way from one corner, 30 feet.
Ah. All right.
Oh.
Well, every
Makes
single
sense.
one of them are gonna get some hypnotic pattern going on. Let me pull up my character sheet. again.
Does it only affect hostiles, or does it affect everyone?
Just enemies.
That's good.
So let's go.
Good to know.
So we will do
Doesn't
that.
it say
Maybe
every
have to make-
creature?
Every creature that's in that
I'm a
area.
creature.
Yeah, so any
You know
creature
what?
that's in that.
You know what?
You know,
Let's do
I
that.
feel like you should just read the spell outside of the game.
What's that?
Nothing.
Same.
Yeah, let's use that. Makoso, you'll just have to make a saving throw.
Can you not? I don't want to.
I still have Portent, so
All right, so
Don't you
just tell
cut
me
it?
where's the bottom left corner of this going?
around this dude here. Can you see my arrows? I'm gonna bring it up past this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like that?
Actually, one more to the left. Wait, actually, no, that doesn't hit Harold. We're good there.
Okay. So. Boom, baby. So, what is it? A wisdom, otherwise
Yep.
they're incapacitated and blah blah blah.
And they have to beat a 14.
Okay. So, swarm of bats.
Yeah, sorry, bats.
Okay, so one bat makes it, one bat does not. If they drop to 0, based on your spell, Edmund, do they disappear? I think if you summon and they drop to 0, they disappear.
One swarm of them, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so it just poof out of existence. So I'll do the scouts. Makosa, make sure you do you. So the first one, the one closest to you does not make it. The one, okay, the first and the farthest.
I'm gonna roll mine.
Okay.
Awesome.
Is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. Oh, okay.
Yep.
If it takes any damage, so it's not 0 hit points. It's just okay.
No, I didn't just kill everything.
For some reason, it's the speed drops to 0.
Yes.
Why do my bats get hit?
I mean, if everything around us just dies instantly, that'd be great. But
Yeah.
just drop
That's
dead.
So the sleepy face then.
I was gonna say you're putting red X's on these people who can't move. That's
I know that's what I was looking at. I'm like, dang. I'm like, this is a powerful 3rd level spell.
Fucking so. Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, holy
Isn't
shit.
it is powerful.
Isn't that
Oh.
just Fireball? Third
Okay,
level
so
spell that
he
makes
makes it.
everyone dead?
Then
Pretty
the
much.
two thugs.
But also, Makoso, you got a 19 on your wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, because he's important, so you auto succeed.
Yep.
I was gonna
So
say,
maybe-
you could just have like one of the bats come wake me up, right?
Oh, I could actually.
But you might as well use the board.
I'm gonna use it because I probably wouldn't have thought about, hey, go attack this guy. I'm just thinking, I'm not metagaming. I'm probably gonna use Portent on you.
Okay, sure.
No, that's fine. It's not really metagaming
I'll take it.
or anything. You can do whatever you want.
Whatever
So who
way
still has movement
I'm awake.
out of the scouts and everyone else?
Anybody who doesn't have the sleepy face.
Oh, I see, the sleepy face. Okay, well, I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to use my other portent, which is a 9, on this guy up here.
Nice.
That's what I like.
Okay.
He's also sleeping,
All right. So he's
Wow.
a 9 plus his. Yeah. So he doesn't.
plus
make
his
Plus his
wisdom.
Okay.
Unless he has...
Sorry, buddy. I actually, because they're all blessed, they get to roll a d4, all their stuff. So hold on. Do you want me to roll 1d4 for
Roll
all of
one.
them or individual? It's up to you.
Oh, 1d4 for all. Sounds...
Let's do... This
Sounds like a
this could be
shortcut.
4 minutes. You know what? Just do them all. Let's make your life easier, Dylan.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not good.
So
Could be better.
it doesn't matter for the guy who has a 9 because he's getting incapacitated. But
Yep.
I just want to see if that affected the other guy because I think he only lost by like 1. Hold on. So 14, an 8
There's a 13.
plus 3. Yeah. So this guy, the furthest scout. No, he wasn't blessed. So okay, it didn't make a difference in this case.
Okay.
I was just
And
making
then-
sure because as I saw it. So okay, yes, he's incapacitated, which means then the bless shuts off. He's good.
Okay.
He's sleepy.
And then I want to use my bonus action. I'm gonna hit that guy right there that's not sleepy face with blah blah blah. Where is it? Frostbite. So he needs to roll a Constitution save.
And that was a bonus, you said?
Yes.
Sweet. I realized there's a bonus cantrip.
Yeah,
Well,
Frostbite's a bonus action?
I thought all cantrips were bonus actions.
Nope.
No, they're an
No,
action.
they're actions. Unless it says.
Most cantrips are actions.
Yeah, I don't think there is a cantrip that's a bonus action.
Never mind. Scratch that. I didn't do that. I'm
problem.
going to click on my guy. I'm still
Okay.
hanging out my rock because minor illusion does not
Okay.
take concentration.
Anyway, so Harold...
Hold It's Bat's turn. It's not your turn. If for some reason it skipped it because it wasn't assigned because it didn't happen in the beginning and blah blah blah. So, what are you doing with your bats, buddy?
All right, so we're gonna. What is this sleepy symbol? Does that
He's
mean that
he's
it's a sleep?
sleepy because he didn't actually drop to 0 hit points, though he is incapacitated. But I don't know.
Cannot move.
But can
no
he attack?
moving, no actions, no reactions.
So
Cannot
that
attack.
that might as well
Can't
not
take
exist.
actions or reactions, correct?
Gotcha. Okay, so I'll start from this side here and work my way around to the left and up for attacks. I
Okay.
can't actually see their attack list.
It's fine. But
actually-
they only have one attack.
Yeah. So
They,
just roll
they
4
just do
attacks on
they
one
do
person,
little
3
little
attacks on the other.
bites.
Nip,
So
nip,
4 on
nip.
one, 3 on the other.
4 on one, 4 on
Alright.
the other. Yeah.
3 on the other because there's only 3 bats on the other side that can move, that can
Correct.
do anything.
Correct.
All right, I have it right here. All right.
Have the bat wake up the bat.
Yeah.
Bites.
Uh-huh.
So bites or nah?
You want the bats to bite them, right?
Yeah, bites. Sorry, I was reading their thing on swarming.
Yeah.
So yeah, bites, which is +4, which is 2d4 piercing.
It's fine. I got it, buddy. So
Did you say the
11.
bottom left guy?
11 to the bottom left, right? And then you
So he wakes.
and he wakes up.
Yeah.
And then 3 on the top guy.
1, 2,
Yes.
3.
All the ones who are conscious.
1 is sleeping.
Yeah, because it'd be 4 on the bottom and 3 to the top. Yeah.
Okay. And so he wakes up and takes 8.
Sunflower.
Right. Then it's Harold's turn.
Okay. So Harold kind of looks to, I can't remember your name, Makoso, and he kind of
Hi.
holds out his hand and touches his holy symbol, and I am going to cast Shield of Faith on Makoso. I take 15 steps back to here, and I cast Healing Word on Edmonds, and I'm going to kind of stand in a defensive stance next to him. So you get +2 to your AC, Makoso, and Edmund, you get
Cool.
7 hit points.
You probably want to use not healing word.
It's my only
Action.
bonus action.
Is it Shield of Faith is a bonus action?
Faith's a bonus action, my man.
Oh, what? Okay.
Use
Well, I
two
don't.
bonus actions.
Okay. Well, I do Cure Wounds instead.
Which would be so. Hold on. Where were you? Right. Just because you.
I
See,
moved
he's
15
next to him.
feet backwards,
So.
and I Cure Wounds.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
'Cause
was
you're
next-
doing it to Edmund. You're not. Sorry, you're not doing it. For some reason, I was thinking Makoso,
No.
but okay, cool. So yeah. All right. So you heal 8 instead of 7. Blah blah blah. All this stuff. Okay. Makoso, your go.
Hello.
You have +2 to AC, remember.
Yeah, I do. It's kind of nice.
21.
So the guy
Okay.
behind me is like knocked out.
Yeah, he's incapacitated, so like he can't move.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to.
Think of it
Look
as
at this.
like a stunned, almost.
Yeah. Not currently a threat. So I'm gonna go to the. Turn my Warhammer on the thug that's in front of me. And
And murder him.
murder him. Well, attempt to murder. It's always attempt to murder.
Well, actually, this is self-defense. Oh,
What?
Jeez.
All right.
jeez.
13. Boom.
18.
Well, it doesn't do the thunder yet, right?
Yeah, it does an extra D8 of thunder on hit, and if he moves, it's 2d8 thunder. Cantrip scaling, because we're
Nice.
level 5.
Oh, so now it automatically does the damage?
It does 1d8, and now if they move, he takes 2d8.
Right.
Cantrip scaling. It's beautiful.
Yeah, because, I was going to say before, it didn't do any damage before. And now it does,
No, it
it
didn't.
does damage initially.
Yeah,
And it
Yeah,
does.
before it was 1d8 on move, now it's 1d8 on hit, 2d8 on move.
Nice.
Super nice.
All right.
So,
Boomer Blaze
Makoso's
Blade.
warhammer crackles and slams into this thug's side, and the energy jumps from the warhammer and surrounds this thug. And Makoso just begins to laugh.
So your AC is
And-
20 now, right?
Yes.
Jeez.
All right. Yeah, this guy's gonna disengage and run away.
And he's gonna take 2d8 damage.
Go for it, man. Do it. 2d8.
Wait, he uses the disengage action? Otherwise he's taking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I just said he disengages and runs away.
Okay, yep. I didn't know if he meant like he disengages like he leaves. He takes an additional 12. So that's 30 total?
Took a roll.
Yeah.
He's looking pretty rough.
Good.
Man, it's a
How far is that? Damn it. Just a little bit
Yeah,
of the guy
this-
who
Move on your turn.
healing. I know, but just a little
This
bit of
guy
the
is
flame
also
range.
going to. He's going to disengage. 1, 2,
And-
3.
And also, I'm
He's
sitting
going
next
to
to Edmund
move.
for a reason.
He's moving off screen. So sorry, this guy's incapacitated. What am I thinking? It's the other guy who's okay. Sorry. When do they make the save at the end of their turn or what?
He got
Or
nipped.
the-
Don't they wake up if they take damage?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. These guys took damage. Okay, so they did wake up. Okay. All right.
Attacking those awake people or sleeping people.
Okay, so he does do that. Yes, he moves off screen. He's 3 squares off screen. In terms of you guys can't see him just because it's like a 20-foot up, and you only saw him because he was at the ledge. He just disengages, runs back.
Nice.
Acolyte is gonna skip him as he attempts to save because he was not attacked. This other scout is going to do the same thing. Disengage, run off screen. Let me just see if this acolyte wakes up.
Oh, they don't get a saving throw after they're sleeping.
Really?
Nope.
Okay, never
It
mind.
just says on a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration.
Nice.
The only way they
Yeah.
wake up is if they take damage, so they're there for a minute.
Or if someone takes an action to wake them up.
Right,
So
but
they
someone
have
has
to
to
run over
physically
and
go
shake
wake them up.
Okay. Yeah, this guy's gonna say fuck that. This guy's running away. You see, he stumbles back and he drops his scimitar and just dashes. Oh shit. That's not too loud.
Ah!
He got larger! Enlarged creature!
Is he still afraid of me, by the way?
Yeah, that's why I did that. So he like drops the scimitar on the ground and just dashes away.
Nice.
This guy, he's incapacitated. Edmund, here go.
Okay, well, as I said, as they're running away, I do have a bow. I don't think I need to measure. I'm pretty sure my bow can reach the guy. Yeah. I'm gonna shoot him in the back.
Which one? There are two running away.
The one that's closer. Yeah.
Nice.
And I don't think you have it's a long bow, so you don't have disadvantage until like 120 feet or something like that.
Yeah.
Rip.
Go for it. So he's running away. He's like hobbling. He's like, ugh. You can see like blood is just running down his leg. He's trying as you.
18.
It sinks right in between the shoulder blades as he. Ugh. You hear this clank, clank, clank as his scimitar falls to the ground.
Yeah, I have no problem shooting the man in his back. And that's
Felix, your go.
Okay.
Do we need to stay in it?
I'm only
Yeah,
doing it. I just want to see if one or two more of these guys in the top get away. This guy in the middle is definitely butt fucked. But
I want to murder him.
Well, they can't wake up on their own. So
it depends. Like these
After a
guys
minute,
are
they
up on,
can.
yeah, these guys are up on a ledge, and it's already been a couple of
Mhm.
rounds. So
it's been one round.
Definitely.
2 rounds.
So, I'm gonna say, why don't we give these guys a little surprise when they wake up? Let's just let's huddle around some of them.
How long
I'm
do
not-
your creatures last, by the way, Edmund?
Probably longer than this fight would
Up to an hour.
take.
Up to an hour.
Yeah.
So you got plenty of time. I just want to see if like they were gonna fade when you this fight. So you guys are gonna try
Wow.
and like hold action, kind of surprise them.
No, I'm killing this. I was killing the spellcaster. I was gonna have my bats swarm them next, and all of them were gonna.
Okay.
That's on their turn. Because I even on a surprise, do not want a surprise spellcaster waking up. Just
Yeah. I'm going to just ready levitate is what I'll do. I'm trying to remember the rules for 5e. For readying a spell, does it act as a bonus action after that if you hold it, or how does that work?
No, essentially, if you're specifically readying a spell, this is one of the
Mhm.
things that it's powerful, but it kind of sucks. Is you actually use the spell slot. You have it, you're charging it. You can actually get disrupted and lose it, which also blows. But anyway, long story short, you're charging it, you use the spell slot, and then it goes off the round that you want it to go off. So like, the way you would do it is like if you held it now and you said when this guy wakes up, if miraculously all 9 of the bats missed, then your thing would fizzle out.
Okay, but it's pretty. Yeah.
You have to give it a specific trigger.
Yeah. Right. So
one
I
of
think
the-
That's also gonna wake up the other 2, right?
what will.
If you cast levitate,
No. Oh,
it's another
no.
concentration spell.
Let me check here. Yes, it would. I'm not going to use that. No, I'm just going to ready Firebolt. Ready that for the spellcaster dude. And
Just
that
gonna
was
ready it if he wakes up. I mean, you could just
Yep.
you could cast it on him right now.
Oh, I guess the bats are going to attack anyway.
Yeah, you might as well.
Up to you.
Yeah, why not? He's not going to get anywhere.
However, no, he is incapacitated, but he's not prone because he's incapacitated standing up, so you don't have disadvantage.
Right. Isn't it? Wait, you were talking disadvantage because he was being.
If he
Right.
was prone, you'd have disadvantage, but he's not, so you're good.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, that hits for 12.
And
That is
now-
enough. That's enough to kill him.
Okay.
Yeah, he
All
was
right,
not very. He is not very powerful. So I will say, probably attacking the scout instead.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is that the scout that yelled out that it's
Alright,
gonna
so I
kill
got to
us?
refresh my page.
All those are at advantage, by the way, because they're all flanking, or they have +2, or whichever flanking rule you use.
It'd be
Some
advantage
people-
though because they're incapacitated. Like he can't move.
Surprisingly, it doesn't give advantage.
Really?
Which you would think it
That's-
would, because like, okay, so stunned gives advantage.
Mhm.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated doesn't. That is weird.
Incapacitated is exclusively can't take actions or reactions. Which is also why Hypnotic Pattern has to set their speed to 0, otherwise they could also move,
So
Okay. Right.
incapacitated.
Okay.
Which is
Cool.
weird.
11. So and then 11. Blah blah blah. Wow! If it wasn't for that crit, wow, the crit just barely. Yeah, 11. Yeah, just barely kills this guy.
Dang.
Except for the crit in that one other one. Yeah, so yeah, these bats swarm over. I'm not going to waste time with this thug. You guys are going to annihilate this thug. So,
Is this the one who was counting at us?
you already killed. That was the guy that was running away that got shot down by the bow. Because you frightened him and then he didn't really get another chance.
Do we want to take a hostage?
A hostage?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and this other guy, this other thug is pretty much gone unless you guys have a range that's like insane. Right? He's 110 feet away from those of you that have range, and he will take every action to like double dash.
I'm pretty sure he can. I'm pretty sure he could still be shot with a longbow.
Yeah, he can be shot with a longbow. Correct.
Yeah.
So
he'll be
if
gone
Edmund
by
wants to
then.
shoot him, everyone wants to shoot him.
Wait, he's this far away, right?
Yeah, he's in longbow range.
He's in Call Lightning.
He's also in Eldritch
It's my
Blast
turn,
range.
right? Yeah, it's my
Oh yeah,
turn. Right?
my longbow has 150 range and 600 at disadvantage. So
Yeah.
So he's in Eldritch Blast range. He's in longbow range.
If
He's
it's
in
a straightaway, he doesn't have a full, like, you don't have a full 600 feet because it's like hilly
But
terrain.
he's-
But yeah, you have at least like a couple rounds, so you could take some shots.
He's right here, right?
Yeah, I'll say fuck it. Just because it's hilly, I'm just gonna give you guys like 3 rounds. You guys have 3 rounds if you have a range that.
He's
Sweet.
going to be out of
2,
range for
3,
me, though.
4,
Fireball.
5, 6. Makoto walks forward
Mm-hmm.
and with a
Yeah, just roll Eldritch
commanding
Blast.
presence. No, I'm not doing that.
What?
With a commanding tone in his voice, calls out, "Come!"
I'd be like, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, fuck you, no. Blah 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 blah. Okay.
Yeah, it's approach.
I get the gist. So what is it? Sorry, it's wisdom.
Wisdom save. Yep.
I wish it would like highlight it so it's like wisdom. You know what I mean? So you don't have to read the whole block.
Yeah.
So, wisdom.
Yeah.
What's your
Wisdom
DC?
save.
Ah,
DC
he
15.
fails. Okay, so he.
Yeah. That's his next turn.
All right, so
His
he.
next turn is walking towards me.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, whatever. Okay, then this is over. Okay, you guys have more than enough to take him.
You mark.
So, are you trying
Do
to
we only
take
want-
both of them prisoner or just one?
just one. I'll use my swarm to kill this guy.
Yeah, the
That's
swarm
fine.
plus
I
every.
want to take this one prisoner.
Okay, great.
The one I commanded.
So you guys do so. So we're moving
So the
back.
bats feast on this one's corpse,
Ah.
and
Yes.
So hold on.
bats eat well tonight.
Yes. Curse trigger.
So, as you demolish the last of the bandits and await, actually no. So so you subdue, you tie up, whatever you're gonna do with one. You strip him of his weaponry, whatnot. You murder the other survivor. So there's only one remaining.
Hey, it's self-defense.
Murder the martial
Yeah.
worker. Come on.
He was clearly a
And-
threat to us.
You do so. You begin to pick through the wreckage and decide what you're going to do with this prisoner. You can see as he attempts to buck out of the rope and looks around kind of frightfully at all of you. And that's where we're going to take a
Shit,
break.
Yay.
So, let's meet back. I don't know. I haven't really set a standard time. Sometimes it's 10 minutes. Sometimes it's 20 minutes. What do you guys want to do? We'll set a standard right now.
Probably like 10.
Ah,
Only
I
me
only
in the
need
middle.
10.
10. What do you got? What do you think, Edmund?
and works for me.
Ready 10. All right, 10.
Yep.
We'll meet back in 10 minutes.
Let's- Yeah, let's break
Alright.
and then come back and torture some people.
Yes.
So be it.
Let's torture
Dylan,
this
by the way.
random.
Dylan, are you still there?
No, I'm gone.
No, he's gone. Feels bad.
Let's torture this
Yeah,
fug
I'm
with an intelligence of 6.
Sorry, Dylan. I thought you were still here. I'll just ask you later. Yeah, I know. I know you're gone. I'll ask you later.
Because when I'm gone, just carry on. Don't on, rejoice every time you hear the sound
So,
of my
guys,
voice. I'm
Uh-huh.
looking back, smiling. Baby,
I don't know what you guys do with your hostages.
Masturbate them. Where would I-
Wait, what?
Yeah. Just give them a good handy and send them on their way.
I mean, if
You asked.
if that is the custom of your people, I will allow it. Also, is stream still open? Do we need to put like an age warning on this?
What? Oh no, much worse has been while on stream. Trust me, we're fine.
Well,
Yeah,
the thing is, I'm pretty sure the fact that it's on Twitch means it's pretty much it is age restricted, or at least it's supposed to be.
We've killed kids in this game. It's fine.
Thrum chopped woman in half, so I think we've done worse.
I've said stuff on stream. It's fine. But what I wanted to do with the prisoner is not go like search for their hideout. That's fucking dumb. But find out their ambush points so we could avoid them on our way to. I mean, of course, he could just lie and lead us to the ambush points to escape, but
I can make him.
we could literally beat him until he has 1 hit point.
I can literally make him tell every little bit of his.
are you saying suggestion?
Perhaps.
I'm just saying, if I ask him, I could probably make him poop himself.
You know, that might be more humorous.
I mean, if you really want to like get super intense with this, I could always cast Zone of Truth.
I mean,
He's a whole second level spell.
yeah, like you can. Like,
gonna
watch
rest him.
this. It's, hey, I'm going to cast a spell. Submit to it, or we're going to kill you. And he could just fail his saving throw on purpose. You can always choose to fail a saving throw.
Good.
You just don't resist the spell.
Maybe we're about time to be resting because I think we moved 4 spaces already. So if you want to wait, if you want to use the Zone of Truth or if you want to use Suggestion Command, perfect time to use it.
Or we could cast all of those things on him at the same time and see what happens if he like explodes or something.
He just starts word vomiting.
Split. Literally, like words. Magic makes words come out of his esophagus. His bloodied and covered in
just
blood.
cast Command, Suggestion, and Zone of Truth on him all at the same time, and just watch him get really confused.
That'd be an amazing spell. Why is that not a spell? Somebody literally coughs up words. Like physical.
It's like
Literally.
it's like the blocky ABCs that you would get in like school,
Exactly. Just
and it's like, oh, thank you. Picks up a letter A.
coughs up the word fuck. Just. Oh God! He coughs up that. It said this in Spanish. So it says, "Ay, Dios mío." Just coughing up. That'd be hilarious. That needs
Pick
to
it
be
up.
I mean, are you guys trying to kill this guy? Makoso actually isn't.
No, I told you what I wanted to do. I want to find out their ambush.
Yeah,
points,
you
so
said you want to give
Yeah.
him a handy.
I mean, I
Right.
wouldn't be opposed to
To
killing
giving him a handy?
Giving him a hand.
to killing him.
Hey, free handies all around. Just saying.
Jeez. Is there something you could wild shape into that like has more hands to make this go quicker? Like an octopus. Octopus!
He can wild shape
Octopus
into an octopus. Or a spider.
Spider's kind of small.
No, a giant spider.
Giant spider, yeah.
Oh, that would work.
I had a character who was a centaur barbarian druid, and to get down into like a secret underground area, I basically had to jump down the ladder and take all the damage, but I was a barbarian, so I just raged and I took half. And it was great.
You know,
But then I had to climb back up the ladder, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm a centaur. So I had to turn into a spider.
Jesus.
I had to use a wild shape to get up a ladder.
I thought that your story was going to be related to spider handies.
No.
I'm pleasantly surprised it wasn't.
But I did have to turn into a giant spider just to go up a ladder and then turn back into my normal self. And I'm like, that's a waste of a wild shape.
I mean, turning into a spider to give handies to go up the corporate ladder. That's kind of a. There you go.
It's a
Got some
staple.
influence. Yeah, you got some. There you go. You can enter.
So is that everybody? Is everybody here?
Yeah, I think so.
Has it been 10 minutes?
Here,
It
I will be
hasn't been
warming
10
up
minutes.
here.
I didn't quite need the 10 minutes this time.
Oh yeah, me neither.
We were just talking about wild shape.
I don't think anybody actually
Giant
left.
spider handies. Yeah,
Just
none of us
watching.
left.
I feel like I need an excuse. I usually drink 2 or 3 cups of water, like over the course. So
Mm.
a lot of talking.
You gotta
So
poop.
Yeah.
gotta pee, gotta drink. All right, I'm
I feel
bringing
like
it back.
I feel like I drink less when I DM than I do when I play for some reason.
That is
Yeah.
actually the key to greatness.
Yeah, just dehydration.
Spider handies.
Yeah.
The key.
I mean, spider handies make everything better.
All right, so spider handies aside, bringing it back.
Did we get you age restricted on Twitch, by the way?
Yes, absolutely. That was the first thing I did. I was like,
Nice.
yeah, this is not fucking PG-13. So anyway, yeah. So the prisoner begins. He's like writhing against his restraints. Looks to you all a bit frightful.
I have one question for you, Dylan. Are we? Because I know this was. I think that was our 4th hexagon, hex, whatever. So is this our resting square? I think that we hit it on. Was that the one that we hit it on? That we landed on?
That's a good question.
I think we could have moved one more.
I only ask good questions.
All right, hold on. I can actually look back. White screen.
Jeez.
Oh, really? I don't want to look through everything. I can look through the entire chat log.
If
What was the first thing in the chat log?
I've deleted it several times, so.
Just
not the truth.
Why?
go
All right,
back
so
like 2
1,
months
2,
ago.
3, 4. No, you stopped on 3, so you have one more.
okay, we have one
One
more.
more.
Okay.
So after you
Cool.
interrogate whatever you're gonna do with this guy, you have one more. So
Can we drag him on the back of our mule? That would be
you
kind of
can.
nice.
Why do we need him?
For fun.
To find out
Time.
to find out other ambush points so we don't get ambushed.
And also for our entertainment.
What the hell?
Harold doesn't say that. That's why I was saying that.
All right. What are you going to do with me?
Harold kind of looks at him and just goes, "Depends on what you know."
What do you do with your prisoners here? Because
Well, that's the thing. We
Edmund.
never had any before.
I believe we let them go.
Well, I don't know if this ever actually happened here.
Mikoso looks at Edmund.
Let's see. We let you go. You bring your friends, attack us in our sleep.
Then we kill you all again.
No, I promise. I will make it very worth your while.
I do. I literally laugh out loud when it says he promises.
I'm gonna make an insight check.
Go ahead. As he begins to
I'm gonna
rattle
use
off- I
handle
promise I
animal
will-
on dog.
I will make it worth your while. I promise you. Let me go. I will tell you whatever you want to know. Please, I beg of you.
Alright, so I rolled a 16 for insight.
He looks pretty freaked out. I mean,
Well,
he
yeah.
looks like he's pretty scared. It doesn't necessarily seem as though he's lying. He's definitely really scared right now, and you're not sure how trustworthy that is just because he's scared. But it doesn't seem like he's like actively like deceiving. If that makes sense.
Yeah, so Harold just kind of looks away for a moment as if to ignore him, and then looks back and just goes, "That group, are you organized? Are there more of you?"
Yes. Also, whose dog is that?
Not mine. Somebody's in the neighborhood.
I'm an.
Are you on push to talk?
Nope.
Please go on push to talk.
I'll just mute myself.
Why don't you just use handle animal on dog?
Just choke it.
As much as I love dogs, there are none in this fantasy desert land right at this moment.
Yeah. And miraculously, as soon as I muted myself, the dog stopped barking.
So yeah, so you asked him.
I'm totally
Yeah, you asked him
Are you organized? How many are you? How many?
Yes, we are very organized. Although we are. Do you have a map? I will show you. I promise.
I kind of take out my map and just gesture it towards him.
Please, if you let me live, I will show you here, and here. And he begins to mark your map. Hold on. He begins to point. Do you guys have any? I assume somebody has like charcoal or something, so he can actually like circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can write it.
He circles. Be wary of here, and most of all here. That's where we operate.
Huh? It's kind of just along the line of where we're heading. Assuming we go through those parts, how many more should we expect to see?
There are. Last I known, there are many patrols around our size, probably at least a half a dozen. But in any given time, where we normally are stationed here, and he points back to here.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard to say. On a good. When we are home, most of us, there can be upwards of 50.
Similarly armed, or better than you?
Or better. And he,
More
you see the scimitars and did you guys go on the ledge and collect the stuff? I mean, it's only been like
Oh,
a
yeah.
minute, but I assume like you guys are collecting the stuff. You bring the bodies. I'll tell you what else
Are
is
these-
on them.
Question: are these scimitars marked?
No.
Do
No.
they look similar to what the Yuan-Ti were using?
Absolutely.
Motherfucker.
Figures.
But Harold does not know this, so he's just talking to this guy right now. But Harold just kind of looks at him and just goes, "This place you refer to, where you live, they're in defensible positions, practical strategies. If we were to go in there and want to clean things up, how would we go about it? Your best plan."
And he looks around at the rest of you and you promise to let me go. If I tell you, I'm practically as good as dead. You promise to let me be free? And I will tell you. Just give me your word.
I can't promise much, but if you give us information of use, you will walk.
Give me your word, please. And he says,
You have my word.
He asks it of all of you.
That depends. What other? So we heard rumors of. I don't know if we covered this. I was eating. Heard rumors of people going missing, and I look at that. I point at the spot that he had marked in the map, far to the left.
Yes, we were going near that area to investigate those, and then we ran into you, and we're starting to wonder if maybe these two phenomenons are connected.
He nods. Many of us we have faked our own death, our own disappearances. Started many of the
So?
rumors.
You are the ones we're looking for.
I suppose we are.
So good to know. So how about that plan, assuming we all consent to your terms? And I just kind of look around to Edmund and Mikoso and Felix.
When you turn and look at Edmund and Mikoso, Mikoso is holding up two scimitars and like gesturing.
What did you find?
Extends the scimitar that is from the Yuan-Ti. This extends the one taken from the other bandit groups. And this.
They're very similar. Do you know who gives you your weapons? Where you get them from?
Probably stole them.
We get them from Kyrian.
Kyrian.
Who was that?
He is our arms master, our leader, if you will.
Do you
Him
know-
and his people. I'm sorry, I do not know any more than that.
Are they bots or stolen?
I do not know, to be honest. We get them. We've gotten quite a bit. I see them in crates. I don't know if he steals the crates or. I'm sorry, I do not know. I just get them. I got the weapons like everyone else. That's all I know.
Harold just kind of looks back to Edmund and Makoso and just looks at them and kind of turns back to him, a nod of acknowledgement. Well, I don't feel good about that. We've seen some pretty terrible things using similar weapons. But I don't think you're connected to them. I think somebody's just selling a lot of weapons for some reason.
Question. He's tied up. Possible to coup de grace.
If we let you, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I would say it depends how you want to do it. I would probably do like an initiative between you all.
Gotcha.
I don't know what Frick asked. What did you ask?
Coup de grace.
I don't really know what that would mean.
Execution.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that seems impractical. But
Wait.
It's actually surprisingly practical.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, that is literally, that's
trying
literally
to-
the most practical thing to do.
I'm trying to get more information out of him. I'm trying to get him to tell us what his base looks like.
Did he circle his base already?
Yes, but we don't know what it looks like.
Well-
We don't know what's inside.
Yeah,
Roll
you-
initiative.
You can do that.
Are you
Imagine-
trying to just kill him right now?
Hold on. Okay.
No, I was asking a general question to.
Okay.
Just so that you guys understand the situation right now, I'm asking him to if he has any kind of plan. What does the base look like? What's going on in there? And he's asking me for consent from the group that he will live.
Yeah.
If you guys
wants-
tell him he will live, I give you my word, he will tell us about the base. If
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
kill him afterward, you can. I don't give a shit.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna kill him afterwards. That's what.
I
that's
said- Do whatever
That's
you
happening.
do.
But you might as well say, yeah, I give you my consent so that he can tell us the information.
Well, but are you saying this so in game, right? Because you
No,
don't
I'm
know
not saying
exactly
that, but
what
I-
each other
But
has for feelings, right?
yeah, but I'm going to assume that they understand what's happening, which I don't think the other players understand what's happening.
Oh, I understand what's happening.
Oh, okay.
no. Getting questions out, getting answers out of him was that's all the general consensus. So getting answers. out of
Makoso
them.
doesn't want to kill him.
No, I
Yeah.
definitely want to kill him.
We're gonna. Yeah, Makoso doesn't. We're gonna have a conflict, but that's fine. We'll deal with it when it comes.
Absolutely.
I want to talk to the guy. Why are you all faking your own deaths?
That is a good question.
It is not easy, but I was powerless, weak and poor, and now I have a chance to be something. To be, well, I had. It was an opportunity and I took it.
Did we all give our words?
Nope.
No,
Yeah,
Oh.
he's not going to give you any information.
Harold is the
unless
only
you-
person who has given his
Yeah.
word that he will live.
Unless you explicitly give your word that you will not kill him. Well, I mean,
Harold-
whatever you're going to do, but he said he's essentially good as dead anyway if he tells you the
Yeah.
information.
Like, Harold is looking at the group expectantly. Just say yes, please.
Makoso steps up to him, crouches down to be on a level. I assume he's on the ground. Implants his warhammer, head down into the ground. You have my word that if you cooperate with us, I will have you go free this day.
And as much as he can in his restraint, he bows. Thank you. Thank you.
I look to Felix and I look to Edmund.
Why not? We'll let you go. I'll give you my word.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Look to
Pull an
Edmund.
arrow. I pull an arrow and dig dirt out my nails. I'll give you a head start. That's all it gets.
I think that's as good as you're gonna get in this group.
Go ahead and make Edmund. Go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage.
Charisma's not my fucking thing. Why do I keep doing this?
It's not me, buddy.
Intimidating people.
I know. I keep doing this to myself. I have no charisma. This is...
I have -1 charisma, and I'm doing the talking here.
Yeah, you see he shakes a bit and he kind of looks at you, but I'm sorry. I must have your word.
Edmund,
Loose.
he already has mine that he goes free this day.
Good for him.
Don't bring us into conflict. The Kiswatu do not break their word.
Fair enough.
Mikoso turns back to the prisoner.
Harold just kind of looks at the prisoner and goes, "You say you were poor before, and you did this, and now you have a chance. Well, you people are raiders, bandits of a sort. How many people have you killed?"
Personally, none.
It's good to know. I'm gonna make an insight check.
Go ahead. As he's continuing to talk, we had a bout maybe a few days ago with another group. And, well, let's just say we wounded one, killed another, but it was not me. I did not end him.
Were they armed?
Yes.
Also good to know. And Harold kind of looks around at the group and then looks back to him.
And he seems forthright from the insight check.
What is your name?
Name Ithriel.
I'll tell you what. I can't promise you that if you were to walk away right now, you would get very far. But it's not going to be right away. But we're going to try and take care of whatever that problem is up there that's been harming and killing people. Whether it's your people or something else. If you follow us and you try and help us with a plan, you'll walk out of this. But I can't guarantee if I let you out of these bonds right now, you will walk away. We need information, and not all of us are okay letting you walk.
But you gave me your words, all of you.
I give you my word. I can't give you their word. I'm not them.
But they out of game. They just all literally
It's-
gave their word. So
Edmund didn't. Edmund didn't.
Edmund didn't.
Did Edmund? Because I
No.
said, Edmund, don't
But
bring
didn't he
us
say
into
like
conflict.
very well? Or
No,
like
he said fair enough, agreeing with
but the
Mikoso.
word given. So what essentially what you're saying is you're being like a sneaky prick, right? You didn't explicitly say I give you my word, but it is implied by what you said that you're giving
Sure.
your word.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't.
Well,
I didn't
told-
understand it quite that way.
Yeah,
That was
after
the-
I
that
had
was
my
the
thing
point.
with...
Yeah, which if that's what you
After I-
want to do, I'm just being very clear that that's
Yeah.
he is under the impression that everybody gave their word.
Yep.
Okay.
That was the point.
Okay. Then
Which is fair enough. If whatever you do besides that, so anyway, blah 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 in game.
Yeah.
So, but what Harold says still makes sense. He has Harold's word. Harold doesn't know that the other ones are being certain, but Harold is being certain.
I promise you, I will not go back. They will kill me for sure. You may be strong, but you are only 4. It is not much against the 50
Which is
at most that will be there.
why we need a plan.
Sure
what
you
does
do.
the inside of that place look like? What is it set up as?
It is a series of tunnels, networks throughout the rocky landscape. It is a bit of a... And he begins to go into the details. He sketches out a couple of, like, crude drawings, but it's vast, and he's pretty much just, like, there's only a small section that he actually knows. That I will, like, when we actually go, I'll be like,
Yeah.
this is what you know, based on his drawing.
But I do want to ask a couple of key questions, just...
Okay.
As far as you know, how many entrances and how many exits?
I don't know. Very many. It is...
It's not good.
I'm sorry.
I
It
believe
is many,
you.
and he continues to describe it's essentially like there's a crap load of holes in and out of this place.
It's a guarded labyrinth.
Yes, essentially.
Harold just kind of, after hearing a bunch of this, just kind of looks over at Makoso, to Edmund, to Felix, and just goes, "Sounds like could be a challenge, but I don't mind that."
Important. We do not shy away from challenges. We
I don't
conquer
think
them,
we'll have-
or we fail and we learn from them.
Does sound like fun. May I get some opinions here?
I don't think we're gonna have too many issues with them. Based on what I've seen here, they can't handle us coming in, especially if we have the element of surprise.
Tell me, you're more of a brutish sort, and I kind of look at the scimitars he was using. You're strong, I suppose, or fast.
Yes. It is what I had.
One of them had magic.
Yes.
How many would you say of your people have magic? As far as you know.
I don't know exactly, but there are a number of us, and generally, one in any such party such as this, I would guess maybe 10, 12. Some are stronger than others. We are just here to collect what we can and send it down the line to go back home.
This is very good to know.
Let us just say that
Name was
those who remain are a bit more well equipped than we are.
And some of the people attempted to run. I'm pretty sure some of them might have gotten away. Do you think they're going back?
Of course.
So your people will likely be warned.
Perhaps, unless you are swift enough to catch them.
This should be noted. Now, is there anything else important that you can think of to tell me?
Only one got away, right?
I think only one got away, yeah.
one guy.
There
away.
were two of the scouts ran off screen.
Aw.
Oh, both scouts got away?
Yep.
Ugh.
There was
Whatever.
3 scouts, one of them died, 2 of them got away.
Mm-hmm.
They were not looking very good, but they got away.
I thought we killed.
Is there anything else important you could think to tell us?
He looks, he's like looking at you all, and you can see he's kind of like sweating profusely, and yes.
Don't
yes.
worry about it.
No,
We're not going
it
to...
is okay. It is,
Just-
and he kind of like pulls back his like cotton shirt a little bit, and he reveals on his chest, like over his heart, there's a picture of essentially like a talon. Like if you think of like in Skyrim, you know how it's got like the dragon claw talons. It's kind of like that. That's what it looks like. And it's just like this red ink. This is the symbol That's how you know it is one of us.
And at this, Harold, this guy is like bound with rope, probably arms and legs.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume like maybe he has like an arm free, right? Because like you guys let him like mark on your
Yeah.
map.
Harold takes out one of his maces very gingerly, not threateningly, and he takes one of the flanges and is going to kind of force the bindings off.
Thank you. And you can see he actually kind of grovels. Thank you very much. I wish you luck. I'm so very sorry. Thank you.
Ithrir. It was Ithrir, right?
It's Ethereal.
Ithriel? Oh, I thought, okay. Let me adjust my notes.
The more cottony my mouth gets,
No.
the harder it is to pronounce.
Yep, all good.
But as he's walking away, I go, "You're obviously not going back. Where do you think you're going?"
I do not know. But far away
Well,
from here.
Perhaps we'll meet again someday.
So, do you think it'll be safer to wander
I
off in
want
the
to talk
desert
to him.
or just hang out with us?
What?
I would,
Hang on.
he looks over at everybody and then looks over to Edmund, specifically holds gaze for a second. I will take my chances in the desert.
This
It's
might
real.
be a good call. And then he kind of points to Makoso. Yes.
Because steps to him. How old does he look? Is he young? Old?
No, he's probably like maybe early 30s or so. He's definitely scraggly. He doesn't look like he's particularly well fed. Like he's like lean, but he's definitely not like as muscular as you are. You know what I mean? Like he definitely appears like he's been through some stuff.
You have nothing that chains you to these lands anymore, correct?
You could say that, yes.
You had a good idea. Seeking to take control of your fortune. Go west. Stay in the desert. And wait for the Kiswatu to come across you. And you may attempt to join. It may suit you.
Swatu, I've heard of them. Do you have a symbol of favor? Or anything I can take?
You pose no threat on your own. When they come across you, petition to speak to the Zenith.
The Zenith.
Tell them you are interested in learning of the cycles. If you prove your worth, you will have a home.
Thank you. I will do that. And I am sorry. And with that, he begins to run off. He changes his course and begins to run off westward.
Edmund watches his back the until he can't see him anymore. And then
He's
he
most
turns-
likely dead. Once he's out of earshot.
I don't know about that. I mean, he's only one man. He could hide from any threats.
Without saying anything, Edmund's going to get on his camel and start to ride back towards the direction they're going.
Seems like he'd be capable of getting food and water. He has clothing.
So
Edmund kills
Edmund's riding one in the. Oh, so you're taking like the last hex of movement.
Yep.
Yeah,
let's
and-
go.
Go ahead. Yeah, move
And
a hex.
basically, after saying that, I start following.
So
would we
are you
pull
are
up
you
those horses, by the way?
are you attempting to track the other guys?
It might be a good idea.
Sure.
I thought
That's a good
you guys mentioned you wanted to. So if you wish
That's
to,
probably a
just
good
go ahead.
idea. Yeah.
just go ahead and do a survival check for me.
Who?
Someone.
Edmund?
Someone with
Probably
advantage,
Edmund.
because
I'll do it.
multiple people
I'll
looking.
I have a +2.
Do you have high survival? Yeah.
I have a decent survival.
Probably higher than mine. Ooh, way higher than mine.
19.
Actually, yeah. Okay. So, you guys move here as you begin to track them down. You see a couple of fairly familiar figures not doing so well. They appear to be kind of huddled. They're using their cloaks to shield them from the sand, and they're kind of under. There's like a little. I don't want to say cave. It's like a little ledge built of stone, and the sand is kind of whoosh over them. They almost blend in, but you just happen to see them. They haven't noticed you yet. Their backs are to you. They're like huddling right now. This is essentially when they're winding down. This is probably where they were planning on making camp for the day.
Oh, perfect. Would you
How
like to
long
talk
are we
to them?
traveling?
Couple hours.
Oh, cool.
Would you like to talk to them too, Harold? Edmund says sarcastically. But
I didn't understand what you said, so.
Edmund said, would you like to talk to them too?
I mean, not really. We already have everything we need. Harold says, not getting the sarcasm.
Good. Anybody else?
I do recommend we're a bit far away and we can see them. Maybe
How
people
far
who are
away?
not. Maybe people who are not wearing heavy armor should approach first.
About how far away are they?
It depends. You're tracking them down. How close would you like to get? Say when you notice them, they're probably about 100, 110 feet away or so.
I'm gonna say, yeah. I only want to be 120 feet away.
Okay, that's fine. So you kind of notice them and you backtrack just a little bit.
Yeah. Or I don't want to move as long as I'm within 120 feet. I'm fine.
Okay, sure.
Essentially. No one needs to talk. No. Anybody else? Felix.
How about we could have one of you surprise them up close? I could make you invisible for a short duration.
Nah. I think I can.
Mikoso could go
Depends on
invisible.
to have some fun.
You want to ambush them and kill them.
I mean, if we start running in heavy armor, they're probably going to run away again.
But if he's invisible and walks to them,
We could have the invisibility dispelled once you get up there, if you would please, but you need to get there. I understand. You don't want to ambush them. Makes sense. Man of honor.
If you'd like, you can make camp and I can take care of this.
No offense, but one man with a bow against two men with bows.
One of them drops one of the cloaks and like shifts it, tries to reposition it, looks around, doesn't see you guys, but just kind of looking around and goes back to covering himself.
Right. Okay.
I don't care about the ambush.
Edmund's hand starts to move, and dark clouds start to appear over the bandits.
Oh.
And
oh my goodness.
Okay. They don't have much health. So you see as this bolt of lightning kind of arcs around this stone that they have, it comes in at an angle directly to hit them. As you just see bits of charred flesh and chunks just kind of splatter against it. You can see one of them is completely half of his torso is just blown off. The other one is covered in 3rd-degree burns. The one with burns writhes on the ground for a second before going limp.
Harold kind of Harold's mouth jaw drops. His eyes go a little bit wide, and he looks at them, and then he looks back at Edmund, looks back at them, and he just goes, "Nice."
It was necessary as Edmund starts to get off his camel and.
Yes.
Was it necessary?
Self-defense, of course.
Yeah, it was definitely necessary.
And you
This-
guys have also
Harold.
found a fairly good place to set up camp.
Harold, self-defense.
No, I was joking. It's brutal.
It was definitely murder. As I go over and I'll start to I will clear the charred bodies out and kind of bury them in the sand a bit.
Go ahead and roll 1d100 for me. I just want to see if their bows survived.
What did we pull off the other corpses, by the way?
Yeah,
We didn't-
So
we didn't-
there were
So we
three
did it.
thug. There were 3 thugs.
Yes.
It depends. Did you leave the dude? Did you leave Ethereal with weapons or anything, or no? Did you leave him?
I would
means
have left
to
him
defend?
equipped. Yeah, I would have left him equipped.
See, I'll leave that up to Makoto and Harold.
Okay.
I would.
So so you have 2 scimitars from the thugs. There was just kind of like holy symbols and stuff for the acolyte. There wasn't anything of real value. There was a staff that he had. The bows, one of the bows made it. The other one is completely charred and unusable.
Having looked at the holy symbols, what
Yeah.
was
So
what
2
was
bows.
the acolyte's-
So
what was
now,
the acolyte's-
hold on. Including the bows that he has, or that he just recovered. There's 2 total bows, 2 total scimitars, and a staff.
2 scimitars.
Oh, you got it.
One
there's-
staff,
1 set of hide armor.
1 hide armor, and 2 what kind of bows? Long, short,
Longbows.
long bows. Cool, fantastic. I got them. I put them into my thing.
Cool.
But did I recognize the holy symbols?
Okay, so hold on. I'm just gonna say I'm saying all the loot just because I don't
Yeah.
want to backtrack. There's 27 gold pieces from them,
Nice.
88 silver pieces. So 27 gold, 88 silver. That was everything that they had.
Gold, 88 silver.
All right, and blah blah blah. So, one more time. What was your question?
Do I recognize any of the holy symbols the acolyte was using?
Considering you explicitly asked, yes. Lathander,
Lathander, okay.
yes. Because you asked earlier.
Yeah.
And this is. And
7 gold and 22 silver apiece.
anybody who's from this region, so pretty much everybody except Harold, knows that Lathander is the main deity of this region, of like the whole area. It's like the traditional, but the up and coming is the Raven Queen, which is mostly revered in Amir, because of their folklore, and Furuxia, which is the barony to the north, which is also on the river.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sweet.
So those scouts are not getting back to base. They've been distracted.
Yep, and this is
Nothing.
time like you're winding down.
They're not getting back.
No.
So we still have the element of surprise.
You can say that.
Well, we possibly have the element of surprise. We let the other one go. I will trust that you trust him not to turn this back on us.
Didn't seem like it would make any sense for him to, and also, he was going kind of the wrong direction to get back to base. Assuming his base is where he told us it is.
Assuming a lot of things, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, we can assume we have the element of surprise. We should move as if we do.
The man didn't seem like a criminal mastermind. And I feel like I'm a good judge of character.
Oh, the bandit that tried to rob us. Right. Yes, now I understand.
The question is, do we go around the other patrol spot that he marked? Or do we try to sneak in and get rid of them as well?
Yeah, jump him and kill him. It's,
I
I'm thinking
feel like
that-
if we do attack, We need to make sure that nobody gets away, because that's
Right.
uncomfortably close to home.
True.
Character body.
Yeah, 'cause that's only like a day's travel from home. Well, maybe 2 days, depends.
Koso, what do you say? Should we take out these bandits and cover our rear, or should we just go past them?
I always favor the most direct. But tracking down the fleeing, distasteful.
I mean, we don't want them to know we're coming. There's more than them there's more of them than there are of us. We don't want them getting any more advantages than, well, they already have.
Well,
So
if
we
they have
can-
a camp set up there, maybe we just sneak around them anyway, hoping that they don't come back to the main base anytime soon.
But I would rather be sure. I don't want people coming home in the middle of us besieging them.
We can thin their numbers as we approach and risk them being warned. Or we can go around.
I mean,
I do not
we
care.
don't risk them being warned if we're as efficient as possible. We weren't expecting anybody to run away. At least I wasn't.
They're smarter than us.
Probably. I want to clear out that camp, the patrols.
I
At
think
least,
I agree with Makoso on this, actually. Do not want to give them the possibility of someone running away when we attack and ruining our element of surprise. I think it's a better risk of having them at our back. A days away,
suppose.
rather than risking them.
I don't care either way.
Although we did catch 2 rats who tried to run away.
Well, we're kind of half and half, so I agree with Edmund if nobody else.
Okay, what did what did Felix vote?
Yeah, what was Felix? Felix.
Either or. I voted either
So-
going to.
Makoso said either
It looks
as
like-
well.
It looks like we're going with Edmund, probably.
Circling around.
Yeah, we're gonna
I think
circle.
we need to circle around the entire encampment, the main base. I think that would be better.
What? I don't
So
understand.
we're gonna bypass
So-
the ambush and
Bring in-
make it to the.
Remember, every day that goes by when that patrol that we dealt with does not check in,
Could
It's just
create
as likely to-
problems.
just as likely to raise alarms.
So we should kill the other camp.
Yeah.
It would be most direct. I
Okay,
favor
Just
the
make sure
direct.
we take out the stragglers first,
Yes.
the ones that are running away.
We'll do
Well-
that then.
Yes. Just, we can't let anybody run, and if anybody runs, we need to make sure we get to them before they get to there.
I will handle that.
And I don't agree with killing the ones that are running either. I don't like it. But it's impractical to let them go.
Necessary evil.
I have no issue taking the one from running away if you don't want to do it.
I like a fight, but I don't like murder. But sometimes it happens.
The necessary is necessary.
So we're proceeding on the patrol then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's rest up and get moving.
Rest up, rest up, rest up, rest up.
Oh
Alright,
yeah,
Good night,
I could do the long rest button.
So, go ahead. Do your long rest. You've divvied up your
Click,
loot.
click.
Make sure
I
you
used up a bunch of spells.
are marking off the proper rations and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I should probably do that.
And
What happened?
the night goes
Awesome.
uneventfully. I'm not gonna have you guys roll perception checks. I'm just gonna do it. I'm only gonna ask for a perception check if something's gonna happen.
That's-
Yay, streamlining.
Yeah, perhaps. I kind of didn't want to do that because I feel like then you're like, oh well, now I'm looking. No, it'll be like a. Essentially, if you don't make the perception roll, it's a no. Like you're not preparing a certain way or whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so so it goes uneventfully. You wake up the next morning. The winds have died down. It's much more. It's much calmer this morning, and you have 4 squares to do what you wish. So whatever your agreement is.
Oh, it'll only take us 3 to get to.
So yeah, go ahead and
roll
Yeah.
3d6s.
still. I'm just gonna say go ahead and roll all 4 anyway. And it's in the. Yep.
Yay! No one murders us.
And yeah. All right. So you guys have a free 4 hex movement.
Before we go into camp, I want to address the party right away.
Okay.
So I have an
Yeah.
idea for when we get to camp. We might not have to kill everyone. I can approach someone who seems to be in charge or figure it out, and then cast suggestion on them and tell them that the leader of the camp or the armsman, what's the armsman's name?
Kyrian.
Kyrian, yes.
Told them they have to move farther east, and tell them to keep going until they hit the other camp. That'll
One
give us a head
suggestion.
start.
One suggestion wears off. Are they aware that they were manipulated?
Let me look. I don't think so.
Almost definitely.
When the subject finishes what it's asked to do,
Because I have a feeling if they know somebody suggested them and it wears off in like 8 hours, they're just going to be like, let's go back to base.
Yeah.
Something weird happened.
Well, to cast suggestion, you have to like waggle your fingers and say some mumbo jumbo.
Up to 8 hours.
Yes, but do they know they've been manipulated?
They'll know that someone walked up to them, waggled their fingers,
If the
said some
condition-
mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, if the condition isn't met before the spell expires, the activity isn't performed, which alludes to the fact that they understand that they were duped.
okay.
So maybe it's not a good idea because they'll walk, west or whatever for 8 hours, and then they'll go, wait, where am I going?
The
But
idea is
that'll
that
give
then
us
we'll
an
have
8-hour
we'll
head
get
start.
there first.
You could try that as just a general act of deception without a spell associated.
True. But it's gonna be. I feel like that'd be a disadvantage though. Walking up saying, hey guys, the leader told you guys to go east.
It depends. It depends how you do it, how convincing you are.
True.
You know?
True.
Well, it's good charisma. I can do enhance ability.
On Makoso, because he's the only one here who really has charisma.
And get advantage on.
Yes.
I mean, but I feel like walking up and just going, "Hey guys," just talking to them is probably not a good idea. But I mean, we could try it if you really want. But I don't think it's a good idea.
About we first get a sense of how many there are.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, let's do that.
So we approach carefully and try to ambush the ambushers. Well, not ambush them, but
Sneak up and monitor.
Okay. So go ahead and make. We'll just make a group stealth check.
I'm trying to decide if I want to use pass without a tracer.
Oh, are we
I-
using the group rules so I can stop killing everyone?
Yeah. So it's as long
Yes!
as half.
Yes.
so I have disadvantage. I had -1.
Oh, my stealth is really good.
Where did the game go? Where did the game go? I fell out.
Uh-oh.
I'm back.
Yeah, don't do that.
I
Oh, I'm
fell.
gonna also roll my Portent rolls for the die.
And just to be clear as well, did you decide to use Pass Without a Trace or not? I feel like now that
Probably a
everybody's
good
rolling
idea.
like shit, it's probably a definite yes, but
Probably good to do so. Shit, I don't waste that much slot.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'll pass without a trace.
Whee!
So that's a
I got a 12.
okay. Yeah,
12 for you, 19 for me.
next time I would just ask that like we're more because you mentioned it but you didn't say yes or no. I would just have you say a yes or no explicitly before. So
Wait,
next time. So
Yeah.
19.
19.
Okay. So you guys
19
so you
for
guys,
Harold?
It's hard to click it before I'm done.
How?
No,
What?
Felix has 19.
Oh, I
Harold
thought
has 12.
Harold. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys you see some like there's one time where some rocks kind of like and crumble a little bit and somebody looks over just as you guys are like ducking down, but they don't actually notice your presence. They just kind of look over. Yeah, it's nothing. So you get a good view. This seems to be a unit very similar to the other ones, except this one seems to have one less archer in it. But there's some sort of uniform, if you will, uniform group that they're trying to cluster these people in to have some sort of balance.
I could do a spell to ping all of the weapons, to locate the objects and count how many there are. Maybe that can give us, in case there's any that's higher.
And just so you know, they are set up in a similar fashion. Like, they have somewhat of a higher ground where, you know, the squishies are, and then there is like another area, like a little bit away, kind of on the other side of the path, where the muscle, if you will, is hiding.
Gotcha. Split the party. Understood.
Ba-ba-da.
So what is it, about 8 people? You said one less archer. 7 people?
Yeah, there's 2, 1, and 3, so 6 people.
6 people. You can do that. So,
It's
what do you think?
doable.
I think we take
Shouldn't
out the
be
ones
hard.
that are farthest away first.
Yes.
Yes.
I can make my way around to the high ground and attack them from the rear.
Come along with you.
So you
Does
can have
anyone
the high ground to check them
who
out.
tries to run out the rear, I can make sure they don't go anywhere.
I think I want to be with Makoso. Up close and
Admit.
personal.
Felix, are you sure you wish to separate?
We're all
Yes.
still within view of each other. And if it gets too sketchy, I'll just make myself invisible.
We'll be close enough, but the two of us, we're better off close.
Hmm.
You will be fine. I'll protect
I can at least
Man.
hide in the high ground.
I'll protect the
I
baby
can-
man.
I can give you some supports and healing, and, well, I want to bash some skulls.
You should be fine if we're all okay with this.
I think it'll work.
Mhm.
I
I
think
give
it'll work.
you all one free action before we roll initiative. What?
What?
Oh, what Harrelson? What?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. You just said it.
Not Harold. I'm like, what?
That was me.
Oh.
Talk as somebody else, and if you're DM, for some reason I must have had it tabbed and like scrolled or something.
How dare you?
Radius 30 feet is typing.
You just hear, I give you all one free action before we roll initiative come out of Harold's mouth, like a robotic voice. And it's like, wait, what? That was weird. I was possessed.
Well, I will take. I will keep my pass without a trace up and take Felix with me and flank behind the ones that have the high ground.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to use mage armor too.
as we kind of approach, I touch Mikoso on the shoulder and I just go, "Be strong out there," and I cast Shield of Faith on him again.
Woo!
Do we need a skill check to get up behind?
19 plus 2.
Nice.
No, that's fine. Depends how close you're trying to get. If you're trying to get super close, then yes. If you're like just trying to get like in range of like one spell, depending on what it is.
Yeah, I mean within at least 60 to 40 feet.
So go ahead. You already made your check. So
I imagine Mikoso and Harold kind of get to some cover that's close to them, so that as soon as Edmund and Felix do what they're doing, we can essentially just charge in.
okay.
Yep.
So you kind of get ready. You wait for some sort of signal. You guys will have one action before
Yeah.
combat starts. Like once it starts, like a Felix's mage armor doesn't count because that's something it lasts for 8 hours. He would have done.
Oh, so my
You know what I mean?
my Shield of Faith
Your
doesn't
Shield
really
of
count
Faith
either.
lasts 10 minutes. So like
Yeah.
you cast this while you're kind of getting ready. So
Bring on the bats.
That might be a little bit hard to conceal.
I'm not trying to.
Oh, well, actually,
yeah.
yeah, you're just starting it.
yeah,
Okay.
this would be his combat. So I would say you're just on the edge of like where you'd have to roll for another stealth, and you're like, all right. And you can actually see that these archers are actually laying down to try and be low profile, to be somewhat camouflaged. So they are prone.
Fucking eaten.
So you have 8 bats. There are 2 archers and 1 other dude. All right.
Other dude.
Yeah, one acolyte.
I'm on a.
So-
Does he appear to have melee weapons on him? He doesn't appear to be in the same.
A staff.
The staff, gotcha. I'll aim all 4 bats at him first.
Okay.
We're doing this theater of the mind?
You did mention I have one like combat action I can take, right?
Everybody's got 1 combat action.
What are the closest 3 enemies to us, to me and Mikoso?
You're taking the low ground, so there are the 3,
Yeah.
thugs, muscle, if you will. There are,
I can't
however, it depends what the range is. If you're trying to sneak up to them, it depends what the range is. Anything that's less than 60 feet.
The range. Okay, no, I
Less
can't
than
do
60
that,
feet, you have to take an action. In chance that they're gonna like hear you, like.
Yeah, I'll do that at the start of combat. Maybe, I don't know.
Yo, my pre-combat action is gonna be dashing, because I need to close some distance.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
So you're just gonna dash. Okay. So you wait
We're
for the.
essentially just starting the charge in.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
like your whole thing is like you're charging right up in their face. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you are up
I get-
against them as you hear the whatever the
The scream of the
signal is.
maiden.
Yeah, the signal. He conjures the animals. What are you doing, Felix? This is all at once.
You know what? Oh, he's got bats in there.
We're assuming you had this all planned out. So if you're like, I wanted to do this before the bats, I don't care.
I'll be the signal. Fireball.
Okay.
This is gonna be brutal.
Okay, go
We're
ahead.
gonna
Roll your damage for fireball.
Jeez.
You're kind of. This is all you're holding it to do it at the same time. As the fireball goes off.
Oh,
All right. As soon as that clears, you conjure the animals. You guys dash in. Let's see, dex save doesn't matter. So the alkalite is toast. The
Oof.
hold on.
I swear, if this one-shots them,
Oh, that even half. The scouts have exactly 16. So yeah, so
Oh
it decimates them
my-
all. But I'm saying that you're all held. So like you still cast the bats, and then we'll say that they begin flying down towards the melee guys or whatever.
so the melee guys are still alive, right?
The melee guys are still alive. At this
Okay,
point, I'm not worried about it. You guys both charged. I pretty much just wanted to see like what sort of resources you were going to use for this in case you got into encounter or did something.
Yeah.
I pretty much just wanted to see how solid your plan was, and if it wasn't solid,
Which
is
which-
pretty solid.
The plan-
So
The plan
They-
was cast fireball.
yeah, so they're fine. You're fine. They all die.
yeah.
So you make quick work of them. You just hear a poof. There aren't even screams. Actually, because they're on somewhat of a shelf, the explosion. Poof, go ahead and just make like a dexterity save, you two that are on the ground. Some chunks just kind of come out, and you see
Hey!
like, chunks of charred flesh just like shooting over the edge and splatting against the other side of the pathway. Some onto you. You guys, no problem. You dodge some of the sand and rock. A couple of them, it like falls on top of them, and then you just essentially hover over them and begin the brutal onslaught, the merciless onslaught. Are there any that you would like to leave alive? They are completely at your mercy.
I want one.
Nah.
Yeah,
I had
let's
a
take.
question.
We can say
I had
more
a
info.
question for Ithriel, and I didn't get to ask him.
Okay.
Huh.
So
Unless we can retcon that I asked him that one question.
It's
Okay.
done. It's
Save
too far
one.
back.
I mean, if you
Okay.
tell Harold to
So
save
you save one.
you save one.
There's one whose leg was just pinned under a giant stone, and he's the one that you let live because he physically can't escape. He's crying. He's like, ah, ah.
Yes.
And you can see his eyes get wide as you all on top. You like come down the ridge. Everybody begins to huddle around him.
As Harold walks up,
Mikoso shushes him.
he just kind of walks up, picks up the stone that's on his leg, moves it aside, grabs it onto his shoulder, and just goes, "My friend has a question."
Make a strength check.
I'll help him.
It's a huge. It's like crushed his leg. It's a huge stone.
So he's helping me. Do I get advantage?
Yeah, somebody's helping you. Sure, give it advantage.
All right, it could be worse.
Yeah, not quite enough. It budges and he just begins like he's just screaming out in pain. You can see it lifts like an inch and then you let it back down, so it's just enough to like squash his leg.
Well, I kind of leave the rock alone, and I just go up and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I look him in the eyes, and I just go, "My friend has a question for you. I'm sorry about the leg. We'll get it fixed in a second."
What? No, we won't.
No, we won't.
Mikoso crouches and leans in. Is he still screaming?
He's kind of like muffled. You can see like he's just sweating profusely, and you can see like his knuckles are just white. They're just clenched.
It's just like Harold looks at Mikoso and is like, "Do you want to trade with the rock again?"
My thorn
In a
whip
moment.
can move a large creature. Can I
Just
thorn
a
whip the stone off his ankle?
What was that? Sorry, just because you kind of cut out.
Oh, sorry. I said my thorn whip can move a large creature 10 feet. Can I just thorn whip the stone off of his ankle?
Fuck it. Sure, we'll say yes.
Woo! Magic saves the day.
You weaklings. And I like wave my hand and like a vine snaps out at the thing and it grates across his leg and pulls it across. Didn't have to, but
Yeah,
Just
fitting.
Yeah.
just screams out in agony.
oops. Sorry.
Mikoso pumps 5 points of lay on hand into him as like he puts his finger to the man's lips and shushes him.
Okay. There's a very
Like,
kind
like
of
that-
confused
that
look.
is the physical. Yeah, that is the physical contact for lay on hands.
Once again,
Looking down, his leg is literally like a pancake. Like
No, good.
a
I'm
few
not
inches
trying to
above the
fix that.
kneecap and below.
Yeah, no, I'm not
So-
trying to fix that. I'm trying to get him to stifle his pain for a little.
Yeah,
So,
it eases it somewhat, but he's still like, you can see he's like on the brink of like consciousness.
like after Mikoso does that, I slap my hand on his shoulder and I just go, "Sorry about the leg. My friend has a question, and then you can walk in the opposite direction of your base over there, assuming you can walk. If not, then I don't really know what to do for you. But
is your
Kyrian.
question?
Kyrian. Is he a
Yes.
reasonable man?
You know of him. He has honor.
He has honor.
What would he think of what we've done here?
Not kindly.
Would he
Is there?
try to fight us, or will he see the inevitable?
He nods when you say, before you finish the sentence, when you say, will he fight us, he nods.
Hmm.
I have another important question for you. With this patrol here, assuming everybody is dead or dying, is there any way that word is going to get back to the base of this if you don't tell them? Any counter safes in place for this kind of thing, or can we just kind of show up and they won't really know about it?
He looks around and he gives a grin. He will know.
I poke him in the leg with my warhammer. Not hit him, just poke him. Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, well,
No,
I mean,
no
if you
fun
think
and
that,
games.
Anyway, can you walk? Probably not, right?
It's better that way.
Kanzo.
Do you?
Would you like to lay here, or do you want to be put out of your misery?
He spits in your face, Makoso. He pulls towards a dagger that he has at his side. And before you can react, you go to grab, stabs himself in the gut and begins tearing it across, never breaking
Oh, I
eye
like this.
contact with you. As he
I just shake my head
Until
slowly
he
and watch
is-
him expire.
bereft.
just like before
Of
I
his
see him
humanity.
die, the last thing he hears me say is, "Well, I mean, I could have done it faster. I mean, you didn't have to." Oh, okay. This is the last thing he hears. Like, well, oh, okay.
If this Kyrian is anything like this one, I think we're in for a day.
It's gonna be interesting. I haven't had a fight like this, and you see him kind of calculating in his head, and it's like, I'm not good at math, but maybe 3 years, 3, 4, I don't know. It just starts walking like in the direction we're probably moving, and well, we're probably gonna set up camp soon. But
A fight like this? You mean a slaughter?
to be frank, never had this much success. My side's the one getting slaughtered most of the time.
That's enough for Makoso. He looks once more at the man who killed himself, and sighs. And reaches for his neck. Does he have the talon?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take that. So what does that make my talon count now?
it's like a, it's not like a necklace. It's like a tattoo. It's a mark.
Oh, I
Don't-
thought they
yeah.
had talons.
No,
like-
no.
No, it's like it's like a
Oh, it's a tattoo.
mark on
Okay,
them.
yep. Okay.
I'm glad you guys clarified, because I thought Makosa was like collecting skin.
I thought he was
Oh,
too. I didn't
no,
question it.
no.
I was
Yeah.
just like, okay.
I thought they had necklaces. I thought they had necklaces. No,
Is he scalping these guys?
I'm not scalping them.
Whatever, man.
I'm not scalping.
It's like Makosa's complaining about us murdering them, but he's fucking collecting their skin.
No, that's gross.
Wow. Okay.
Also, I don't think it would preserve very well out here.
I mean, if you smoke them,
3 scimitars, 1 longbow.
Yup, I'm adding it to my pack. It's a good thing I'm a pack mule.
7 gold, so there's 4 of us. I'm not good at math.
2 each.
2 each?
No, it's gonna be
close enough.
No.
15.6.
We just round off
15.6.
to the highest number.
There's 4 of us. Ugh, I hate math.
Could have just gave us 8 gold. Just saying.
Yeah.
Can you just give us 8
People
gold?
don't carry just gold, right? They use another
But
thing.
like for ease of dividing this, you're making me do math right now.
Hey, I'll take half a gold piece. Just break it in half.
I will. I thorn whip the gold piece.
Okay, so that's.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, you find
What-
a little
one of us-
cache
one of us is giving like
of
one.
rations and water. So you
I'll take 1 gold piece. The rest of you take 2.
Cool.
86 silver. How do we divide that?
you don't. However you want to. I'm just telling you what's there. I
know.
Personally don't care.
We each get
So you
21.
21.
And then
Are you
well, there's
camping?
2 21s and 2 22s.
Are you camping here for the night? Or are you moving one more? You rolled all 4 of your things. This was 3 out of 4.
Move on more.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Move your one more. You've already
And
rolled
then
it, so it doesn't have
21.
to. You don't need any more
Yeah.
rolling. Just move your thing one.
God damn. Math.
Did we move already?
One person.
Well,
There you go. All right, you're moved. All right. So as you finish out the day, thinking about the multiple entourages that you've encountered in the last, how he gutted himself while never breaking eye contact. As, hold on a second.
Did everyone get traumatized by that?
Nah.
Like, were Edmund and Felix there to see it?
He was there.
Oh yeah. Okay, good.
Everybody was there. I'm not sure who got traumatized by it.
Yeah, and
I mean, I didn't get traumatized, but like, I
fortunately,
think he's
again,
about to traumatize us.
the night is uneventful. So, as you all
Thank God.
kind of drift off to sleep and to ponder what's going to happen tomorrow, what your plans may be, you all drift into darkness. Mokoso,
Don't, not again.
as you drift into darkness,
You sleep peacefully.
you
Oh, I hope so.
kind of come out of your body a little bit, like an ethereal version of yourself, like you're looking down on your body. You begin to hear just like in the distance, like tink, 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 and you begin to look around and follow the sound out into the sands. You go for
Which direction?
you go for what seems, 100, 200, 300 yards. You keep going until eventually the sound begins to get louder. Ching, ching, ching. And you look over and you see on the top of like a craggy kind of dune, you see a steed. Just like this dark, almost black mare with this just long leather face mask with these like harness and I'm trying to think, like the hide dangles down almost to the ground. The hooves are jet black and it looks at you before kind of going off and off into the desert.
Spooky. Did the hammering stop when I got there? You said yes, right?
No, it was going. It was like getting louder. Like
Come
chink,
on.
chink,
Make it stop.
until there was that, until you saw that, and then it begins to fade away. And
Goddamn.
as you begin to feel yourself pulling back towards your body, your ethereal form bends down into the sand, cups some sand, begins to run through your fingers, and what's underneath that handful of sand is an obsidian stone about the size of your fist. It seems
Seen that
perfectly
before.
smooth and almost warm to the touch. As the sand begins to run away, so does the warmth of the stone. And right before you wake up, you feel possibly sub-zero temperatures radiating out of the stone, almost as if you give your hand frostbite. Almost as if that moment where you can't take it anymore and you want to pull away is when your eyes snap open and you're greeted by the dawn. You're the first one awake. And that's where we're going to end it.
God damn it, I'm gonna die. I'm so sad.
You done, son?
And that's all, folks.
That was a pretty cool session.
We
Yeah.
killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
murder hoboed this session.
No,
Finally
were
killed
it was
people.
good. It like all the roles lined up, and like I said,
Mhm.
encounters don't necessarily mean bad guys. So like you got the friendly travelers that like gave you stuff, and then the next encounter you got was like intelligent bad
But
guy.
they were probably evil, right?
I don't know, were
Probably
they?
should have killed. No.
I'm not gonna lie, that first one that we encountered that like stumbled into Harold as they were just talking. I'm like, wait, this guy's robbing him. How come he doesn't
I-
realize?